Yep. And we're live. Welcome to the new stream, everybody. Today, we're going to be creating a new map and seeing what we can get up to. All right. Oh, no, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. My bad. Clicked the wrong button. I'm going to back out of that immediately. With parameters. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with large region, and then we're going to enter advanced parameters. Somebody throw out a... Let's say... What type of number do I put in there? That said something else. Somebody throw me out a 5-digit number. 420 it is. Not 5 digits, but I'll take it. 420 is my seed. Why didn't it take that? Doesn't like 420. 4.20? It took 4.20. How about that? If I type this in as 420, it says random. 4.20 says yes. Oh, wait. I see. This is a toggle. Should be yes or no. Ignore me. Ignore me. I know. I figured it out, guys. It took me a second. I don't do this one. I don't do this option much. Okay. Use history seed. This was world generation. Now we need history. Give me a new number, not 420. Any number. First one to call it out. I'll put it in. $666 it is. Name seed. I'm going to leave that one random. I'm fine with the name being random. Creature seed. I don't know what that one is, but we're going to say yes to that. So, give me another number. 1. Crossmeister goes with 1. Embark points. I'm leaving alone. I'm not trying to go for anything crazy or broken. I'm not changing most of these any of these settings. Minimum elevation. Not changing, like I said, I'm not changing anything really too much. All I'm really going after is... Hold on, where was savagery? Oh, that's the X variance. Minimum savagery will go with 30. Nope. This is why I don't do numbers. And the other, creating a map system, I tend to do savagery slightly higher than normal, because I like creatures and stuff to deal with. We'll set this one up to 25. There we go. Now, where are these freaking caves? Okay, that's the wrong type of cave. I want cavern. I should have been looking for cavern layer, not caves. Cavern layer number 1. I like how it's 1, 2, or 3. Holy shit. Okay, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Can I save this? Done? And how do I save the world parameters? I probably should have said that as a new parameter set, shouldn't I have? Enter... Custom... I'll say save. Well, this works. Oh, did I just... Oh, no, it says various. So it saved it to that. Kind of, at least. Can I copy this parameter set? Copy parameter set. And then this new one... I want to save this. And I want to name the parameter set, though. Random name. I want title. C. There we go. We'll call this the Twitch settings. Boom. Hit F6 again. Save it. And we will use the Twitch settings. There we go. Oh my god, that's not good. Either me screwing around with the savagery or the cavern setting is making it say that all these worlds don't count. I'm going to say it was a savagery setting. So, we're going to abort that real quick. I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to edit it, and I'm just going to put the savagery back to normal. I'm going to leave everything else the way it is, though. Oh, it might also be the seeds. I didn't think of that. Let me put savagery back down, though, in case that's it. Leave this as normal. And do an F6. Then go. Yep, it was a savagery. Everything else is working fine. Welcome to the mythical domain. There are lakes that we have to form. Now, this part of Dwarf Fortress, the creating of a new world, has got to be some of the most intensive. So I don't actually know. My voice or something may end up having an issue. Luckily, this time I'm not using that other program. We had an issue with it way back when I started the stream, so I'm just doing the raw mic again. So we shouldn't have it for a long time. But there could be periods of time where it looks like the map's not doing anything. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. Oh, did the other one get rejected? No, we're still in the mythical domain. Oh, those are good. I could be wrong. I think these are the volcanoes. Oh, wait, shit. I haven't made a map yet. If I haven't started into a game, can I change the graphic tile set? Is that screwed up if I haven't started the game yet? We'll see. I wanted to switch this up to the myth one. Oh my god, we started over again. I like watching erosion happening. It just looks crazy when the computer starts doing it. Now, there are programs where you can use that to create your own new world. And you can just do those. But if you use some of those, I think like one of the programs called like Perfect World or whatever. If you really want to get crazy, you can go online and find like the elevation maps, the rainfall maps and stuff of the world. And you can just have Dwarf Fortress generate a world using the actual real life world maps. So you can be playing in America or Europe or what have you. A lot of things will get condensed though, I think. I'm not sure how well it does like a 1-to-1 scale, but you could use that for your rainfall and elevation maps. I'm not sure what you do for savagery maps. But that's not what we're doing today. We're having such an issue getting anything to generate. It might be because of the one cavern. I don't think so, though. It shouldn't be. We'll see. Forming lakes and minerals. If it is doing not enough elevation or whatever off the cavern layer, then I might need to change it. We might not be able to be deep enough to have enough minerals. I know if it doesn't hit a certain number, it won't be good enough. As soon as we can get to history, though, we're good. Yeah, see? We didn't actually get to the historical moment. They did all the civilizations and then quit again. Now, luckily, a lot of these just get abandoned at the very beginning. Like, as soon as something's wrong. So I'll let this have 2 more, like, long-term resets. Where it gets almost to the history part and then resets. If it hasn't had an issue, if it still has, like, if it gets to 2 almost theirs but resets, I'll up the cavern layer to 2, I guess. Or set, like, the Z levels around the cavern layer a little higher. So those are the only 2 things I think we changed other than the seeds. And the seeds shouldn't be causing world rejects. They can generate so many different things off of those seeds. Like if it has an error with the world, it might just tick it up 1 or whatever. Wait, what? The last fort went peacefully. It didn't die, but we did lose about, not quite a half of the dwarves, but a large portion of them. And Elemental Gamer was definitely the MVP. Yeah, that's the way to word it. It was retired after the legendary fight. Elemental Gamer had to have fallen between the bridge incident and the other bridge incident. Had to fall in between 30 and 35 floors worth of Z levels. And then still came back and won on 20 to a bunch of trolls. And then took out some beak dogs. It wasn't until it was 3 on apparently 30 ranged goblins that he had an issue. Even then, he took a lot of them out. Like, they ran out of ammunition. That's the only reason why we ended up winning. Is the last group was 10 untrained dwarves who were able to beat the ranged goblins because they had no more ammunition left to shoot. Yo, no. Yeah, ranged is strong. It's a bit stronger than I would have given it credit for, especially when the enemy is using it, so it works. Because one of the times we went out was with ranged dwarves, and they did it stupidly. They just ran straight into melee. They didn't care. Even though they had all the training in the world of being ranged and being hunters, they ran straight into melee. So that annoys me. But yeah, ranged is strong, but Elemental Gamer, who were the other two who went out at the end with him? He was the MVP, but there were 2 other heroes with him. I want to say it was Gunter, Elemental Gamer, and TD Ice? I want to say those 3 were the last 3 standing in that. Oh, we got to history. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, in the settings, I neglected to set it down to a proper number. So when the year gets to, say, 175, somewhere between 150 and 175, I will tell it to pause, finish, and we'll just go from wherever the history stands there. But you'll notice the year count has been getting slower and slower and slower. That's because every year it's got to calculate what all the historical figures are doing. So every year there's more and more and more and more things to calculate, with all of them having the babies and the like, and they're not dying near half as fast. I see a lot of purple areas, though. There is some evil in this map, and that's in, like, a really green area, too. Like, super healthy, lush forest. Evil! This is where the squirrels come to die. Oh, look at that. Right here, can you see my, yeah. This is good biome. It's unicorns and the like. And this is evil biome, like undead and the like. I just find it kind of amusing that they're that close to each other. Now, I don't know which of the 3 biomes it is, but generally, when it comes to the elemental biomes, it's some varying degree of purple for evil, and some varying degree of, like, light blue for the good biome. This up here, that's frozen. That's all the Arctic biomes. These are either goblins or elves. I can't be bothered to remember what those symbols are. Because I know there was a place underneath us when we were going out adventuring, and it was like that with a little thing, and they were all the same symbol, and 2 of them were goblins and 2 of them were elves. They should not be dwarves. Dwarves should look like little statue symbols. I don't know what makes them be yellow, like this weird yellow symbol, or why you would share the same symbol between goblins and elves, but the dwarves were definitely these weird statue symbols. I don't see any. I can't move the map while it's doing this, by the way. What year are we in? Now we're starting to slow down. I'll probably stop it closer to 150. Not seeing any here, and I can't move the map. I can't move the map while it's doing this generation right now. But if there was a red symbol, like a red carrot symbol, that's a volcano, basically. If it's a red crown, sometimes, and by sometimes I mean once way back when, I saw that and it was a volcano. But a lot of times I see red, think it's a volcano, it turns out it's a desert. I'm not entirely sure how, other than just looking with it with your cursor, to tell what it is. But if you see red, it's going to be warm. If you see red right by itself, especially in the middle of a mountain, probably a volcano. Very hard to live up near a volcano, not a lot amount of water or wood, but free lava. Maybe kind of. If you embark on an older world, like right now we're in the Age of Myth. Hold on. I'm gonna hit enter once. I'm trying to get the stop. So as the game goes on, the years themselves don't quite matter. They matter a bit. It's the ages that matter. So as time goes on, you're not going to breed more of the Forgotten Beast. You're not going to have too many dragons. They're not going to be populating like humans or elves or anyone else does. So as the years go on, you start to lose a lot of the savagery from the world. You start losing all your big creatures and stuff like that. we start getting more civilizations. So in one way, you're kind of going towards easier to play, but like, for instance, you could get unlucky and the civilization that's taking hold is goblins. As far as I'm aware, that's the only benefit I've ever tracked for a younger to older world, is that younger worlds have more forgotten beasts and other creatures like that. And the older the world gets, you'll go from the age of myth to like, let's say it's dwarves. Let's say somehow all the creatures are dead and dwarves had the majority of the world. It'll become the age of dwarves. And Toady said in one of his things that he generated a world and it went on long enough, and somehow it had gotten to like the age of end or the age of nothingness, where literally just all the civilizations had ended too. Like, it had come down to there was nobody left. I've never seen that personally, though. I don't know how to generate a world that large. So I'm going to use the world as it currently exists. We got to 155. I think that's good. Now it's going to do a quick thing to calculate out all the historical figures. And this is not the map that I'm going to use to play on yet, but I want to confirm something. The island, the droplets, the mint mire. This looks pretty decent. Yeah, this red stuff, it's together, likely to be a desert. Yeah, desert of flesh. This one, probably still a desert. It's by that yellow stuff. I think it's just really hot version of the desert. This thing in the middle of the water, though, might be a volcano, but I could be wrong. The one that I'm almost completely certain is definitely a volcano is a red, very sharp carrot. Not like these. These are like flat carrots. Need to be a big one. Big, sharp, pointy carrot. I'm not seeing it. The little angel statue things that look like weeping angel thingies, those are where the dwarves are. These are either goblins or elves. I can't remember how to tell the difference between the two. I don't think I'm seeing a volcano. Oh, that one might be a volcano. It is a red thing in the middle. But I can't confirm it yet till we try to build on that map. So, the mythical domain it is. It's going to save them all, and we're going to go from there. Gotcha, that's what it's called. The Age of Nothingness. I forgot what it was called. I thought it might have been something like Age of Apocalypse or something. What was the name of the world again? Was it something a domain or whatever? I want to change the save file to it so I can remember which save file is which. And even though I just read it to you guys, I've already forgotten it. I did warn you earlier, I'm bad with names. The mythical domain. We'll go with that. That way I can... Because right now it's just going to say, like, folder 1 and folder 2. It's not going to say what the folders are, or what the actual saves are. There's a bit of history to save. Hello, Gunter! One of the 3 heroes. Alright, so for region 1 is going to be renamed to the Hanging Gardens, because I cannot remember what that world was called. And folder 2 is now going to be renamed the Mythical Domain. And now, we can tell where it is. We're going to go into Mythical Domain, Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, Gunter, you missed it. There was a massive fight. We retired the old save. We lost between a third and a half of the dwarves at the fort, but we ended up taking at least a 70 goblin siege. Might have been 80. Oh wait, no. That was what the goblins were before the trolls and shit showed up. So I don't know how many creatures there were. That was a large amount of creatures. One of the major pushes that happened at the end was Gunter, Elemental Gamer, and TD Ice. Though, to be fair, Elemental Gamer gets MVP because there was a while where it was just him fighting, and he did a lot of things. You do always miss the action. Really what it is I have a spy outside your house, and they tell me when you're not watching. And as soon as they tell me you're not watching, I've got the game programmed to do everything right then. The crazy... No, you think you missed the actions. It wasn't Alapega. It was... Who was it? Somebody left, like, 20 seconds. They're like, all right, good night, folks, or whatever. And then 20 seconds later, the massive fight started. T'Chulu. T'Chulu's the one that missed it by 20 seconds. I I could be wrong. It might have been 2 minutes. But it was really close. Okay. So, well, first things first, before I actually go searching, going back to that symbol again that I told you about. I want to confirm this red thing I don't think is. Actually, it is. So the red crown, that is a red thing over here, is a volcano. It tells me this over here. So really, shit. Is this fresh? That is the best location I've ever seen for a volcano. Usually they're in the middle of a mountain. This is in the middle of a frickin'... It's a savanna, but it's got trees and plants. Like, it's not unusable stone. It's right by a stream. I would have liked it to be a little closer. I wanted to do a 3x3 map. But that would still work. I might come back to that. That might be where we do the base. I was trying to just show you guys how to identify certain features, but I don't think I've seen a volcano in a more habitable location, let's say. I'm going to create a note here for this. Give me a sec. Notes. Add note. How do I name this? Enter text. Volcano base. That's a good location. I like that. Hold on. All right. I really like that location. That might be where we go. Like I said, what happened in the last map is I started to get a bit of a lag that I didn't necessarily have in the first base. It's because that one accidentally did us 4x4. I tried to do things 3x3 just to save on my computer, but if you want a bigger map, nothing against it. The game defaults to 4x4. Hold on. Actually, there's some other things I should check. All right, so let's say I was going to be here. There's a good chance I am going to be here, but let's say. There are a couple problems with this. First of all, lava, very good for fuel and stuff. Stream, good for the water because you're in a hot biome. However, over here it tells us what we have. There is only deep metals. There's not shallow metals, and there's not flux stone, which is kind of goofy. One of the reasons why you tend to like volcanoes is they have one of the 3 types of iron. I'm forgetting which one. But remember, what you're looking for is lemons, blood, or magnets. Limonite, hematite, or magnetite. Those are your 3 irons. 2 of them come from rivers, and 1 of them comes from a volcano. So that area, which has a volcano and is very good to be in, which I like, also doesn't have a whole lot of metal to work with. Which means I'd probably have to trade with it. It's not the worst thing we've had. I mean, we basically had to do the same thing in the previous one, but this time we don't even have the flux stone. That's the issue. I'm going to keep that, though. I like that one. We might end up using this world for a couple different saves. Because at least this time, Twitch, you guys, picked the seed numbers, and I've done it on stream so everyone knows what's going on. I will go and do the search function in a second. Trying to point out what I was talking about. Where was that teal area? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So again, to confirm, purple area tends to be a type of evil, sinister. And right next to it, this blue area, serene, one of the good types. Everything in D&D has, if anyone's played a game like that, has a 3x3 alignment system of good to law. This game has a 3x3 alignment system as well, generally, of 1 is good to evil and the other one is how savage it is. Hold on, why am I seeing chat pop up in the preview screen but not in my little chat box? Hold on, somebody's talking but my chat box isn't. Let me refresh chat. Luckily, I have the screen open up over here so I can see what just happened. Yes, DF hack, you can do a bit of a cheat. It's called prospect. It requires another cheat called reveal, but I'm not doing those for the streams or anything. So whatever we end up getting, that's what we end up getting. I don't know why the latest things were. I've refreshed chat in the program now, so we should be good. But If you are wanting a harder time, go for purple area. This is your undead stories. This is where, like, rainstorms mutate your dwarves, set them on fire, so on and so forth. If you want an easier time, or not even easier, but a more manageable time, go for one of the good areas. And it's not just because of the creatures. The trees and evil biomes tends to be this weird, like, black rock tree thing that I can't remember the name of, that's super heavy and stuff like that. And there is a vine there that does clothing, I forget what. Like, that's the benefit you get from that. However, in good areas, you tend to get trees called featherwood, which are super light, make your dwarves go faster. If you have that as the ground where you're gonna, if you like fall and land on something, you tend to take less damage. And you grow a plant can only grow in that biome called sunberry, which is the best, like the highest quality booze you can make. I don't like aquifers. I don't dislike aquifers. If there's an aquifer there, I will just work through it. Unless it's, I don't like that shallow aquifer that I got slammed with in the first base. Now, this happens to be a purple symbol, and I can't guarantee that they're evil. The surroundings are just calm. But basically, it's going to be one big thing, not like a little individual location thing. It might be an undead guy or something. I don't know. You're looking for big swaths. That's how you can identify the biomes, as opposed to little icons like this. That's just somebody's civilization. And the dwarves. Okay, so let's say we're doing a search. This is what I do. People can have different opinions, but this is kind of what I go with in a base. First of all, tell it to search for 3x3s. I tend to like to do 3x3 on this computer. At some point, I will be upgrading my computer, in which case I might go for 4x4s then. However, right now, that's not what's happening. I tend to like to go for some high savagery. Okay, good and evil just determine like what the environment is and what could happen to you. Savagery, though, is like how beastly the beasts are there. Low savagery, bunnies. Medium savagery, like lions and stuff like that. High savagery, a whole fleet of dire alligators that wants to eat you from step one. That's what savagery is. This is an actual, like, legit difficulty setting. This is a massive multiplier on said difficulty setting. You can do, not high evil. There's not a good thing, it's just low evil. A high savagery, low evil thing is a pretty decent place to live, but like the creatures you'll have will be unicorns and stuff, which can fuck you up if you're not paying attention. Whereas conversely, low savagery, high evil means you might have some unusual animals, and maybe if you're okay, you won't have too many blood afflictions. But at higher and higher, you're guaranteeing it. Oh, okay. Do I have to type that into DF hack then? I see these things right here. But anyways, so I am going to go... Actually, I'm not going to do savagery. I like high savagery, but I'll do low evil. Give me that DF hack command, and I'll see what I can do. Low evil. Elevation, temperature, I don't pay much attention to. Rain, I don't pay attention to. I try to go for Fluxstone Layer. I don't care about aquifers. River, I go for. Shallow Metal, I try to make multiple. And that's really it. Everything else I just kind of deal with. Fluxstone Layer, though, is very useful. If I don't get too many of that, then I'll just go with something else. Yes, I stopped this at about 155. So I'm just going to hit enter, and it's going to start searching this. And you'll see little red and green squares popping up. But really, all you need to know, this is going to tell you the locations. Over here is whether or not it happens. So the last thing that was most likely to happen didn't happen because of multiple shallow metals. So once all of these are green, you found at least one location that you can build your base in. So far, it's looking like my preferred type of base isn't going to happen. Now that I thought about it, we did make the world be exceptionally, not flat. I'll say short, because there's only one cavern layer. So I might not have even had, there might not be too big of an area for shallow metals to begin with. Now I think about it. That one area that says deep metal might actually have deep metal. That might be iron. It might just be a few Z levels down. Still don't have Flexstone, though. I like Flexstone. It's not a like make it or break it thing for me, but it's a good first search to have. Because right now what we have for Flexstone are two things in the ocean. That's not going to work. Like legit, that's in the ocean. That's not going to work well. And two things that are in the mountain. This one might be an okay place. But if that ends up shitty, then oh well. I'll probably might end up going back to that volcano. I'm not going to lie. My mind keeps going back to the volcano. Enter Embark Assistant into the DF hack. Hit enter. They'll change the screen, but you have to be out of Sight Finder to see them. Okay, I'll do that one in a second. I'm just going to let this keep running. Hey, that damn Icelander. You missed the end of the last base. It didn't die. We just retired it. But you did miss the end of it. So this is a world I'm probably going to use going ahead until this world becomes unusable. Twitch, the streamers, the viewers, you guys, picked the numbers for all the seeds, and I lowered it down to just one cavern layer. So it's not really a completely flat world. I didn't change anything along that lines, though I did take out 2 whole cavern layers, which means I took out all the amount of Z levels that go between the caverns. So it's not a flat world, at least I hope not. I've accidentally generated a few flat worlds, and by flat, I mean 14 Z levels before I hit lava, like the magma sea lava. I don't like it when those get generated. But this is going to be a bit flash. We shouldn't have that many Z levels like last time. All right, so we're going to try out what Zakthos is pointing out to me to see how well it works. But before we do, just pointing out some of the things. This, remember in the map I said this one might be good. This one probably not. This one down here is counting those ones. It's not quite in the mountain, so sometimes it fibs on you. But if we were to look at this, we have shallow metals, good. Deep metals, not necessary, but okay. Flex metals, I really like it when there's flex metals. And we are in a good area. Now, serene, if we were to go back to savagery, serene means low savagery. Like these words have very specific meanings. There's basically 9. And it tells you which of the alignments you are between good and evil and no savagery to high savagery. Serene is good alignment, low savagery. So there's a good chance we might find some sunberries maybe, possibly some featherwood, but we're not going to have to worry too much about creatures if we were to be here. This also means, however, is we're not probably going to have a whole lot of big creatures to hunt for meat. Yeah, it was exceptionally flat. For this, by the way, it's serene. I'm going to forget it now that I'm trying to recall the words. My friend, whenever he plays the game, he asks me, and I don't think about it, and I give him the answers, and now I can't remember it when I gotta tell you guys. Untamed Wilds, Serene. Calm is the non-good aligned version of Serene. There's a sinister one that's close to Serene? Really? I don't even see it on the map. But it is. Apparently there's a small area over here that's sinister. Hold on. Let me go up to this other blue one that I found earlier. This one is Mirthful. That's the middle one. Calm. Oh. Is Serene the middle one? I might have skipped it then. It might be Calm, Serene, Mirthful. Is that the middle one? Am I just that crazy? Did I screw it up while I was thinking about it? I might have. Not gonna lie. I might have. Yeah, Serene, Mirthful. No, Calm is non-elemental or non-good aligned. That's the low thing. Serene is Calm. Mirthful is the middle one. And what is the big one? What is the big, heavy one? Untamed Wilds is high savagery for not good alignment. I see a little blue area over here on the big map. Go to this. Is that this? Mirthful. Joyous Wilds. That's it. Joyous Wilds is the high savagery, you're fighting against unicorns for your territory type shit. Mirthful is the middle, and Serene is light. So, what we have for these locations... Oh, actually, no. What we have for this... Clear, find results. Now, you told me, oh, Zakthos, to go to the little DF hack thing and put in... Actually, wait. I shouldn't be in here. I forgot to change the graphics over. If I create a save, I'll definitely have an issue with changing the graphics over. Please, I apologize, everybody, but I must exit the program real quick to switch the graphics over. I neglected to update the graphics. I'm gonna let the program close, and I'm gonna update to Mephlite, which is a double detailed, or actually it's more than double. Instead of being 16 by 16, it's 32 by 32, which is 4 times detailed. Oh no. I said yes to update the save games. It updated the other one. Oh wait, no, we're not in a save game right now. That one should be fine. All right, it is. I know you guys don't have anything to see. I can't start it yet. This little circle spinning because it's updating the save file. Come on. I didn't think it'd take this long. Come on. All right. 63 save games. Oh my god, it was all the backups from the last map. That's what was taking so long. All right, launching up Dwarf Fortress now, and we should be good to go. It's on text, will be text still. Okay. Updated the save game, I didn't switch it back to 2D. All right, what this means is that not during this stream, but at some point during the life of this base, I'll probably have to switch it back down to 2D. We'll go with that. I like that. That's decent size. Continue playing. Start playing. That's what I meant. Dwarf Fortress. Okay. And again, to any of my new viewers, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. When I get the base started, if you wish to be a dwarf, I will dwarf you. Though, that being said, we're about to get our first 7 dwarves in. I have a feeling that they're going to go fast. Don't anybody start screaming at me before I even get into the base, though. Don't you start trying to claim dibs on different things. All right. So we're going to get into this. It's going to calculate out to 2 weeks. And then we will try out the new thing that Zakthos has pointed out to me, Embark Assistant, to see if we can get more details on where we're embarking. Excuse me, everybody. I mean, you probably already could tell, but I'm just going to point it out. All the months are names for rocks of January, February, so on and so forth. And unlike our calendar, they're all even set. You're guaranteed to know exactly what you're doing, which means, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but it carries, how do I say this correctly? While they say it's a year, if you think about it, there, wherever the Dwarf Fortress world must be, has to be closer to the sun than ours is. Because it or at least traveling way faster, because it has a year that is, what is it? We're losing 1 to 2 days, everything. This looks crazy. This doesn't look like it took the graphics at all. This looks like it's not correct. This is not what Meph looked like. Why does Meph look crazy? Did it just get rid of the graphics? Whatever. I'll figure out what's going on with that in a second. Also, thank you, Duck Bill Phil, for the follow. I do appreciate it. All right, you said, Zakthos, that what I should probably to do. Anyone? I don't know why this is not looking like Meph. This is looking like the non-graphics hacks. I'll try to get that fixed in a second. What I need to type in is enter. Oh no, actually, you mean enter. Put in embark hyphen assistant Enter. I must have spelled it wrong. It said it wasn't a recognized command. Embark, hyphen, ASSIS, ANT. I typed that in. Ah, okay. Good to know. I tried to do your Embark Assistant, Zach, though, so it did not load in. It said it was not a recognized command. I literally put in from Embark to Assistant. Maybe you typed it wrong. Maybe I typed it wrong. I'm just going to try to copy your text over. If it doesn't work the second time, though, I'm just going to move on without it. If I can't figure out what needs to be happening. All right, I'm going to assume that I'm not going to be able to get this to work, so let's try it again. That time, I straight up copy and pasted what you had, and it didn't take. Or are you saying for me to say the word enter Embark Assistant? No, that wasn't a recognized one either. All right, moving on. All right, I'm going to find the desired location, as we did before. Actually, shit, that note went away. Where's that volcano? That volcano was down here, wasn't it? So freaking hard to reread without that graphics set. There was a volcano that wasn't in the mountain. Where were you? Son of a bitch. I like that volcano. That area looked like it'd be a slight pain to live in, but I was going to do it. Oh, wait. Here's a carrot. This is the volcano. I found it again. By the way, so it was a graphics pack that made it change. If you're not playing with the graphics pack, that's the carrot I was looking for. Like the actual Shift 6 on your keyboard. It's called a carrot. I might be pronouncing it wrong. It's got one R. I may not have the latest DFX. The new pack is one version behind. Ah, okay. That's probably it then. I just don't have it yet. So what we're going to do, I showed you guys how to look for a location, but I'm going to take all of that and throw it away. What I'm going to try to do is build in this location because we have a river and a volcano. And there's some plants around. That's pretty decent. I'm going to try to build here. Embark. Now, I could play now. For both of my previous bases, I have done play now, or I could prepare for the journey carefully. Admittedly, when it comes to preparing for the journey carefully, I'm not the greatest. That's where my friend has more skill. He tries to make it be very, very specific. Like he does a no tools run, where he will run it, where you literally enter the map with no picks, no axes or anything, and you just play. You have to build everything from the start. I'm trying to think of what I could do. Oh wait, no. Can I go back? I'm gonna abort the game. I forgot. I'm sorry. There was a few things I was supposed to point out to you that I did not point out to you yet. For anyone who is new to the game. What I showed before was like the site finder and what I tend to do with it, but you can do other things. However, there's a whole lot of things that people don't pay attention to if you hit tab. That is what I need to show you, because Site Finder, very core to doing a base, don't get me wrong, but the information you get under the other screens is going to let you know what type of time you're going to have. And I got so excited that there was a volcano by a river that I forgot what I was doing again, and I did not show you that information. So, gonna go back in, going to get back to that volcano. I think I recognize where that mountain is, so I should be able to find it again, and I'll show you what to look for under tab. Admittedly, right now, though, because apparently the meth pack doesn't change anything in the world map, it might have slightly different symbols than I'm used to, or symbols that you yourself will be using if you use any graphics pack, such as any that would normally be installed if you're running this under Lazy Noob Pack. For anyone also wondering, the graphics pack I'm going to be using is called Meth Light, MEPH-Light. There's another one that's just Meth. It doesn't come default to Lazy Noob Pack, but it does come default to the Masterwork mod pack. This is actually a smaller version of a much bigger graphics pack. So that was, here's what we do. Go to the left of the map. Boom. I go down, so I see this thing. Boom. Then I go right. I see a river. I see a red mark up here. I look to my left. Not it yet. It was around one of these mountains. I'm on a northwest corner of a mountain. I just might not have gone too deep. That's a volcano right there, though. That's not the one I'm looking for, but this is what I'm used to. This right here is why I'm panicking. This is a volcano. You can see volcano there, and it's surrounded by nothing. You will probably die here. It's just stone. And there's not rivers, so you have no water, and it's super hot. Where is the volcano? This one. It was not you. Was it you? Anyways, let me find this volcano again, and then I will show you what you should be looking for under the tab screens. You, isn't it? You're to the northwest of a mountain. Yep, there you are. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this area regardless of what I see, just because I want to see if I can get going with lava from the beginning, without having to do pump stacks and all that other glory. Because the first base, that one, we worked with an aquifer. That was like water themed. Second base, we did a whole lot of air and how to get the water through the base and all the air. You know, there's a lot of water. That was kind of air themed. This one, I'm gonna try to make this base lava themed. Let's see if we can get going with the lava. Now, that being said though, not much soil, but at least there is moderate vegetation, so there is food. Sparse, I want to make this clear. Unless there's a color, you shouldn't worry too terribly much. Sparse sounds bad, but there's a worse one called scarce that shows up yellow. That's when you know you're starting to have issues. It just means this isn't a forest. This also isn't yellow, so we're not having issues with the trees or the food. We're just not in the middle of a forest where it's all around us, which, considering I don't like trees and I don't like elves, I'm fine with. In terms of evil, we're neutral. It's not good aligned or evil aligned, but it says wilds. That's really what you should know. For high savagery, it probably says wilds somewhere in it. So this is the untamed wilds. Though I think if it's evil, it doesn't say wilds. I'll give you that one. It's only good and neutral that says wilds in their super awful thing. This is a stream, not a brook, which means I got to be careful around it. But we're in hot temperatures, which means it's not going to freeze. And this is the volcano, but we're ignoring that. So you hit tab once. Boom. This tells you who your neighbors are. Dwarves, goblins, elves. I will not be able to be trading with humans. We don't have humans nearby. You will always see dwarves as your neighbors. Your home, even if you start out in the middle of an island, it will say dwarves are your neighbors because you have to have like a home people where they came from. So that's always there. You can ignore that. If you want to know if you're going to have a fight, though, you look for goblins. If your race is at war with that race, there is a red line next to them. Goblins is always at war. I don't think I've ever seen goblins not be at war with something. So, our neighbors are goblins and elves. The goblins are at war with us, and we're probably going to end up killing the elves. Tab to that. This is slightly important. Now, this is useful and not useful at the same time. If you've hit tab a second time, you can hit plus and minus to change your civilization. Okay? Now, this just kind of tells you where they're located, and generally it's not kind of useful. What this changes, though, is whatever their territory covers, you get to use in your embark screen. Like, you get to bring with you if your civilization has access to it. So if one of these is a civilization who is very tiny, none of them are tiny, but one of them is mostly in the ice. This civilization that's in the ice is not likely to have many types of plants or other things like that. They're just not in the environment. But however, this civilization's in desert, trees, mountain. They're likely to have multiple different things and probably even iron that I could trade for and or go to steel. This one is in the ice. It comes out a little bit, but again, I'm not sure what they're going to have. This guy, they touch the mountains, but they're mostly in the savannah. So this guy, that's actually just mostly the rocky areas. If I'm wanting them to have good metals, I'd probably go for that. If I want them to have good food, I'd probably go for a green/yellow area. I'm not sure why you'd ever want somebody to be in the blue area? Question mark. If one of the viewers knows, please tell me. I would not complain. I legit don't know that one. So I think, though, I'm going to cut it down the middle. And the Anvil of Judges is a little bit in these rocky areas and some green areas. So I'm going to hope they have good metals there. You could also ignore all of that and just choose one that has a funny name. We could, like, I'm doing this because I want to guarantee I have good things to trade with. But if we wanted to be funny, we could say we were from the blunt steel. I mean, that's the thing. Once you've highlighted it, that's just what you are. You can hit tab again. This tab does nothing on these two screens, but it's only over there. It tells you the elevation. Our areas are all mostly low. I'm not 100% on what the elevation itself kind of tells you. I mean, you can go with this is a higher elevation, so you know there's ramps and stuff. The reason why I'm not entirely sure what this tells you is because you have this one that tells you the actual level of cliffs. This, I feel, is more important than your elevation. So, extreme cliffs. No duh, there's a volcano. That's why this is extreme cliffs. But you see, other than the volcano, you have some cliffs, and the river has no cliffs in it. You can tell where the river line is, and these kind of slope down into the river. Now, this right here is why I wanted to actually do this little stop off first. See how the zeros stop there and there? But the river continues down like this. That's how you find your waterfalls. This is a cliff, and the water goes down here, and then it's flat. This is a cliff, and then the water goes down here, and then it's flat. If you're looking for your waterfalls, look at the rivers, and then see wherever a massive cliff is. It's actually there. This part's pretty flat. So this is a river. It has a waterfall down like this to here, and then this is flat, and then this waterfall's down over there. Either that or this waterfall's down this way, but these are where your two waterfalls are. Going this way and somewhere in that region. We're dealing with a volcano, though. We're just hoping we don't get a volcano-like waterfall. a magma fall. And that's really it. Like I said, there might be somebody, one of the viewers might know of why this screen is important. But as far as I'm aware, this screen is more important than the previous screen. So this is the screen I would suggest always look at. Because if you're, hey, I want to build on a river, that's fine and dandy. But if you want a waterfall, you'd want to actually be over there on the river. And if you want, say, a flat map, you'd probably look for somewhere in the river that's just all zeros like that, if the river was down there, which it's not. So, I'm going to have a whole lot of cliffs. I'm probably going to have to be building into the mountain and building around the magma tube. But this is where I'm going to build. Now I will hit E. I could prepare carefully. Now, I'm probably not going to on this one. Because I haven't refreshed myself, like I haven't boned up on what a lot of the good choices are. I know a couple of general good rules of thumb, but I don't want to mess around with all the skills and get them wrong and screw myself over. So I'm not going to do that this time, but you can. And I bring that up because if you go back to the civilizations, if you prepare for a journey, you can save your configuration. You can make one of these yourself. But that configuration is set up for you using that civilization. So if you create a new map and try to use that setup again, and your new civilization doesn't have the same resources, it'll give you a massive alert saying, hey, you don't have access to these. The screen comes up once. When that alert screen comes up, write down everything it's saying. Because if you forget that you're not bringing a material, then you're the one that's SOL. But for this one, we're just going to play now and just let our civilization give us whatever they have. Now, this is going to have a slight delay after I hit enter. I have the game set up to save upon starting and to create a backup of the save. So, there we go. We are hailed clasps. Strike the earth. I'm going to let it go black screen. The graphics should pop in at some point, and we can see where we are. I'm in, like that thing was extreme, which means per like, between one little square to the next, somewhere around here, or within 3 squares, I should say, you're likely to have more than 9 Z levels of difference. So we might be looking at a sheer cliff or something. But like I said, it's got lava. We're going to use this. We didn't get lava to the very end of the last one. This time, we're going to use it for smelting, but we're also going... Ah, yes. It didn't pause, though. I should have had auto pause. I'm very annoyed we didn't. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, so we can see what we have going on. And I told you this was going to be a bit of extreme cliff. Holy shit. That's why I like Meth. It's a bit more detailed. And if you look at the creatures and the dwarves, they don't just look like little symbols. They actually look like a guy standing there. And this amuses me. Cat, barrel, grass, so on and so forth. Jim's wall. Now, I know I told you guys extreme cliff. I just didn't think it'd be that extreme. Like, that part right there looks just kind of like a flat wall. Okay. So, this is our lava. We're going to go up one. Now, right here, the red went lighter. It's because I'm a Z level up. Which means, as long as I build my base at this Z level, I'm safe to go over the entire magma thing. That won't be pressuring up. So that whole thing will probably end up turning into a room. And the floors up here, I will convert into rooms for the refuse pile and shit. We're literally just going to build inside the magma tube. This is where our base will be. And off of one of the corners, we'll probably have a sump pump or a screw pump set up. Because if we, if we end up walling off parts of the map, like I know this is a downhill, but if we end up walling part of this off and have our entrance way up here, we can make it to where all of our invaders have to come in through one area, and then we could just say, open the wall right here and just let the lava pour onto them. This is what we're going to do today. All right, now, first things first, before we even worry about the base as a whole, we need to look at our water system. It is a stream, so it is dangerous. And it is a bit... No parts of it are straight and nice to use. I like to have the straight areas for the fishers to work at. But we're not going to have that today. Alright, I need to get the dwarves into a base as quick as possible, though, no matter what. Also of note, build, workshop, because we already see the... we already have access to lava. We just start the game with magma forges and stuff. We don't have to worry about any of that. So first things first, I'm going to bring down this side. I want to make this side a bit flat. Let our dwarf go into that. And I should have Dwarf Therapist up and running so that I can see what skills they have. Oh, it is running. I just forgot to have it reread. All right, we're going to connect. Alrighty, so now I'm going to make the rules clear because I know some of you are probably going to want to jump on this. Maybe you're not. Maybe I'm over anticipating your excitement. These are the 7 dwarves we have. In a second, I'm going to type a number into chat. All right? The order you got, and it's going to be a simple number. The order of responses for the number, the first 7 people to respond with that number, and the order they respond, get to claim which dwarf they want. Okay? That's what I'm going with. I don't want all you guys screaming at me and saying different things, and I can't figure out what's going on, and some people said it before I was ready. All right? Assuming everyone is good with the rules, this is what we're going to go with. Go. Till that time, I'm going to keep having these guys dig. Tibbs, whatever it was. Alright, Damned Icelander. You are one of the first ones to type in the number, which is fine. Army Dwarf doesn't help me, though. I'm calling dibs for these 7 dwarves at the beginning. One of the first dwarves. Alright, have we gotten 7 responses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1 more slot available before I pause the game and we start naming people. You're not calling dibs yet, you're just responding the number. Once I see 7, though, that's fine if some of you want to be lurkers. That's fine, I'll just give it a little bit longer. Xmop X, you did not type in the number. Somebody else may want to be the miner. This is why we did this system as I did it. Alright, everyone else is wanting to be lurkers, and that's fine. So, I'm going to pause the game. Orchimedes has taken the final slot. Alright, let me bring up Dwarf Therapist for my screen again, because I know it's been on yours the whole time. Ooh. First one to call was the damn Icelander. I don't have an army dwarf. If you wish to give up your position, you're fine to do so. What I'm asking you is which one of these 7 dwarves do you want to be? Stone worker. One of these was... You mean mason or stone crafting? Because that's 2 different dwarves. Oh, he actually says stone worker. Okay. That's my Mason. I'm going to customize him to Mason. Put that skill back on. And then turn all these back on. And that will be that damn Icelander. That. Where? That damn Icelander. That's right, your name is too big. I can't fit in that damn Icelander. Can I just go with Icelander? Would you be fine with Icelander? Actually, you're off by one letter. How about I take the A out of that? Yeah, I'll take the A out of that. That's good. All right, that damn Icelander's in. After that damn Icelander was Duckbill Phil. Oh, that's who TD Ice was. Oh my God. I was sitting the whole time. I kept saying TD Ice for everything. I was forgetting who the hell TD Ice was. You were one of the 3 guys at the end of the last fort. Duckbill Phil would like the woodcutter. Why is he called the... Oh, this guy's the woodcutter. It's like, why is he called the woodcutter? That nickname, Duckbill Phil. The one, the only, the Phil with the duckbill. Duckbill Phil in. All right, after Duckbill Phil was Xmop X. Xmop X, what were you wanting? You said minor. I see this now. I can get you in at this. Get you into the ground floor of a new financial organization. Xmop X, the minor. All right, I got Xmop X in. After Xmop X was Elemental Gamer. Elemental Gamer, what are you? What do you want from me? We still have left Woodworker, Jeweler, Fisherman, and Fish Cleaner. By the way, it says Fish Cleaner, but that's going to be my survival guy later on. He's the butcher. That's what I'm using him for. Don't let it trick you. That's going to be a butcher. You want to be the fishing guy. Okay. Fisher, you're the source of food for the beginning of this. Elemental. One of the first things I got to build is that fishing hut. Elemental Gamer. In the game. After Elemental Gamer was... Who was it? Wait, what? Thanks for... I don't have it on the screen to see who just followed. Give me a sec. I do apologize. I gotta click things. Who followed me this day? Orchimedes followed. Thank you for the follow. Now, I think... I don't know if it popped up in the stream, but I think Dwarf Therapist overrode it. Did it? Well, if Dwarf Therapist overrode it, I will run a test one for you. This one's... Wow, it still doesn't show up? Wow, how long has this been going on? Nobody told me that you weren't showing up? I feel so bad. Oh, this is being picked up twice. I see what's going on. Hold on. That's the one I want. That's the one I don't want. Because I switched the graphics thing back over, it's able to... Oh, no, what did I do? I did bad. I'm sorry. Give me a sec, guys. Unlock source. I'm trying to balance it for you. Transform to center. Then transform to fit. There we go. Then we'll lock that one in. Try this one more time. There you go. Orchimedes, that one's for you. All right. I completely forgot I had 2 things going. Wait, what said he wants to be the jeweler? Wait. What? There you go. Wait, what's in as the jeweler? Next one up was Orchimedes. I think you're the one who took the last one, right? No, wait. Is mine counting off? Did I skip somebody? That damn Icelander, Duckbill Phil, Xmop X, Elemental Gamer, wait, what? I think I count myself first. Because I typed in the... God, I'm a moron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No, now I'm getting 7. Did I skip somebody? hold on. First one up was that damn Icelander. We got him. Duckbill was next. We got him. Xmop X. We got him. Who did I skip? Elemental Gamer. We got you. Wait, what? Number 5. Did I get you in? I did. After wait, what? Did somebody type a number in twice? Is that what's throwing me off? Why do I feel like I'm going crazy? Alright, so... I just don't want to rob somebody of one. I see 1, not counting mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I just keep counting mine like an asshole. The last one up was Orchimedes, and then Krausmeister will get the last position. Orchimedes, what did you want? Because I am going crazy staring at that line of 1337s. I keep counting myself. Number 6 then, no more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? All right. Oh wait, no. Orchimedes is number. Okay, I got confused. All right. So Orchimedes, you wish to be the woodworker. Orchimedes. Orchimedes. And then because I can't count worth a damn, Kraus gets to slip in last as the fish cleaner who's really going to later be the butcher. Kraus. Oh my god. Got the S. That's an important letter in your name, I assume. Krausmeister? Did I spell that right? I think that's spelled right. Alright. Commit. Switch to has nickname. That should be everybody. Everyone has a nickname already. Alright, sweet. Switch this back to profession. Alright, now give me a sec. I screwed around with a lot of who had over on what. Reveal Dwarf Therapist again to confirm. Krausmeister, Elemental Gamer, Wait What, That Damn Icelander, Xmop X, Duckbill Phil, and Orchimedes. Everyone has been named. It has been committed. Taking Dwarf Therapist back off. Alright, so where we stand now is we're removing those ramps because I don't want... Is he running? What are you doing? Oh, he's running off the fish. And this is his pet cat. What do we have for animals? What do we have for animals? 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 yak cows. All right. I don't really milk cows. Well, I guess you can shear them, I think. We'll let that cat have one brood, so to speak, and then we'll just cut its nuts off. All right. How flat can I make that, though? I don't like that that's still out that far. BH. I'm gonna channel this one line back again. All the way to there. Have at it. Oh, halt before you get to that one. Wait, no, shit. This is the one we want. This is the one we don't want yet. I want him to be able to stand on it to channel it. But that's on a floor, so he might not be able to. Yeah, okay, it worked. Exactly the way I wanted it to. By the way, in case you're unaware, you can just order a channel straight into the wall, and that will be, they will dig into it and then channel down. You don't actually have to do it as 2 different orders. Sometimes I kind of half forget this, and I order it as 2 different orders. I think that's just me being, like, a bit of a control freak. Not really. It's just whenever it comes to these dwarves, you gotta micromanage the hell out of them. And then this will get trimmed down to there. I want that to be another thing where they come out. All right. In the meantime, though, we need to cut down some trees. There we go. We'll just cut down a few of them. And while I'm here... So remember, we are in an extremely savage area. Just to point out, we don't have mosquitoes. We have mosquitoes bigger than dogs. We have giant mosquitoes. Dire, evil mosquitoes. That is what the savagery does. You go from, like, little tiny simple creatures to, like, creatures that are so big they shouldn't exist. All right, we got the wood. Like I said, I want to use the first of that wood to build a fishing hut. So again, just to be safe, because we don't know what type of fish are going to come in later, I'm going to do this the same way I did it last time. Floors along one side. Floors along the other side. Floor on the bottom. I can't order the rest yet. Can order in walls along the sides. Too close to edge. Oh, that's the edge of the map? Oh, no. That can't work in that location. Hold on. I gotta move down a bit. We need a wall around it. So we'll do it over on this one. Build construction floor. Yeah, that should work. Within just one square will that work. Okay, good. I'm happy with this. I am pleased. While we're at it, let's cut down this tree, because they are going to need to go away. That tree on the right is going to be a pain in my ass. I'm just calling it now. Go back down here. Build a quick carpenter's hut. See? And you can actually, like, see the little tools and shit. Really? Like, some of this, like, the way it does the hills, kind of, I'm not feeling the hills too much with this graphics set, but I just love the workshops and stuff that you can see what's going on in them. I love that. Great. Freaking fantastic. Why did you suspend construction of a wall? No reason. You're not find paths. Oh, you morons. You'll find one in a second. Fuck, that tree still went all the way into the water? What is this? Is this a carp? The lamprey. Goody. Oh, and it's a corpse. Did we just kill a fish by dropping a tree on it? Did I just kill a fish by dropping a tree on it? Screw you, fish. Bet you didn't see that coming, did ya? Alright, and I should look to the edge of the map to see where the downstream is. Downstream is to my left. I don't like all the ramps in there, though. That's kind of annoying. What is that dog running away from? Is that our dog? What the hell are you running away from? Oh, probably the giant mosquito. Looks like they all might have bolted from the area. Alright, we have some yak cows. They need to be told where they can eat. I'll put them over here. They're the only ones that need to graze that we have, so I don't care about the cats and the dogs. Alright, that has been built. Let us try to resume the walls that they suspended earlier because they're morons. Only the one. Okay, good. Build construction floor. Not there. Floor. Ash log. Wall. Ash log. Wall. Ash log. Wall. All right. Almost got the fishing hut set in place already. Like I said, this, more than anything else, is going to be able to provide you your food. You can gather a lot of plants, and it's going to be a good bit of food, don't get me wrong. But you saw what we ended up getting with the last thing before I finally canceled the fisherman. Build construction downstairs. Build construction wall. And these walls actually look a bit like walls. Don't get me wrong, I like the other graphics packs. They're very good at telling you where the walls are and they look nice and neat. But this actually physically kind of looks like a wall. Looks like a half little mini castle thing. Like that. I built that wall wrong. This one should not have been there. And see the stairwell system? You can actually see where it's going. This is one going up, and it looks like it goes into the next one. I like this graphics pack. I just do. Some things like the greens and the ramps annoying. I admit this. Never let it be said that I don't admit downsides to things I like. However, the rest of it looks pretty fucking awesome. Alright, so you need to make me 2 grates. Carpenter. Where are the grates? Why am I forgetting how to grate? You down here? Great. I need 2 of you. Now, the miners dug that out and channeled that down. I want to remove these ramps. Let that be done. Why are you not... Oh, I don't have a wood stockpile, do I? I was like, why are these things just being allowed to lay around? There you go. Somebody bring the wood in so it's not in my way anymore. Build construction floor. 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 Ash logs. Construction floor. Ash log. Gotta get rid of this tree. Knowing how much the game hates me, it's gonna go into the river. Look at this. Look at this evil lizard. A giant skink. Oh, don't tell me it can swim. Where'd it go? Can it climb? It climbs so much it's not even on my roof. It went into a tree? Get out of here, you evil bastard. Nobody wants to deal with you right now. Cut down that tree whether you're up there or not. I hope you know this. Oh god, he came down. Run away, evil skink. Nobody trusts you. Alright, back to the carpenter. We need a door as well. This got done. Yes, it did. Ah, shit. Fiddly bits. The time and the fiddle will punish me. Channel those. There's not an item block in your sight. Calm down. Alright, so what we need... 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yes, this is the room we need. A 4x9. Except, that is way damn too close to that entrance. Was not paying attention to what I was doing. And I made these 2 rooms lead right into each other. I might have been stupid. I might have been a tad stupid. If I do it like this, however, it makes way more sense and doesn't look stupid in the least. Anybody who says it looks stupid still is lying to you. They like it. They like it. All right. Make this 4x9 down here. Now it makes sense. That is the central hall to get in. This is where we can store things. And one last 4x9 for the road. I don't know why I was making that go the long way. This way we get our dwarves in. Alright, back up here to the fishing thing. Still building it, but the wood's in the way because nobody's taking the wood out of the way. Fine. Build floor grate. Floor grate. There we go. Fishing area is almost done. We just need to have the floor down for the fish cleaner. This guy's already catching fish. Oh, good, it's salmon. It's not just freaking shells all day. Alrighty, how many of these are suspended? This one is. That one was on me. Alright. Alright. Where's my miner? Miner should be mining, not doing the other things. Who was the miner again? The miner is XMOP X. XMOP X is getting switched from the game's version of a miner to my version of a miner. And apparently, my version of the miner is not... I updated it to not have some of his things off. I wish to turn off for him right now is wood hauling and construction. There we go. I want him to be digging. Okay. Where is the miner in here? I think that's him, right? Looks like he is. Maybe that's the woodcutter. That might be his axe. That is the miner. Haha. Follow. Resume. I thought I turned off construction for him. Why is he still trying to build things? Hold on. Sorry, I was trying to get to the therapist and screwed up something. I committed it. Or did I turn off if it was a construction? It was construction. Whatever. He's bound and determined to go construct things, and I am not allowed to tell him not to. That is construction, though. Wait. I turned off somebody else's construction and wood hauling. I turned off the woodcutter, Duckbill Phil. I told Duckbill Phil he got to take a break. Okay, now we are set up correctly. He's sleeping. How glorious. I really wanted them to get inside before they went to sleep. Kind of what I was trying to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bed's going. Please stop sleeping. Please. And that tree finally got taken down. Oh, did he finally stop sleeping? Digging now? There we go. Now we're getting some rooms going. What I am building here is... I don't have a term for it. This is not part of the main base. Literally all I'm doing is a dormitory, a food hall, and then storage rooms for everything in the wagon. Literally, I'm getting the wagon and everything there inside as fast as possible. Oh, over the water. All right, over the water, here's what I've done. We built out the floors. So, floor grates can only be built if they have something to support them. They cannot support themselves. So you can't have it like 3 wide or 3 by 3. If you did 3 wide, it'd have to only be 2 tall or some variation thereof. When fishers go fishing, they're not actually catching fish. Like, you see how we had the salmon here? There's no fucking salmon on this map. He's not actually catching a fish. A fisher is not going to catch that pike. So, what all they do is they get to a square where they are adjacent to water, and then they literally do hocus pocus magic, and they make the fish come out of thin air based upon what the water is that they're generating it from. So, what I've done here is I've walled in an area directly over the middle of the water. If I do all of this like so, you'll notice if I set this as a fishing location, this counts as 12 squares for fishing. Because they have to be next to it, that's what counts. If I do this, that's only 1 thing for fishing. Even though this is 2 or 4, that's only 2 things for fishing. 6, it's only 3. Because each of these squares counts as adjacent to the water, including the grates themselves, the fisher can just come and fish on it. I could reasonably have done this with just it being 1 wide and it being a 9 thing, but I want it to be long enough to cross the river. The off chance sometime later I want to cross the river, I can just remove a wall and put a door there. I put the roof over it so they can't be bothered by the sky, and the walls are to make sure they can't be bothered from the other side. The grate themselves not only lets them stand on it, if there's an alligator or something aggressive, it can't come in through this because, again, they're not really drawing anything from the water. There's an extra 3 squares to put the fish cleaning workshop. So the whole fishing industry goes right there. So build workshop, because we have who is going to later be our butcher, but right now does do fish cleaning. We're going to build our fisher shop there, which is where they take the raw fish and make it be something that we can actually use. And then we're going to build a door there in the off chance that we need to do something, like lock him in or whatever. Because this is actually the furthest point, probably for a long time, because it's in the corner for a long time from our base, so it's the most dangerous location. So if, let's say, this was actually something extremely aggressive and it just went around, I could try to lock the door to keep him safe for a period of time. Though, hold on. Have I just screwed up? Have I just screwed up? Did I just screw up and lock him in the base? No, the right side's clear. Remember, they can't walk through the dark areas. You know, it looks like this is all the way across. They're allowed to walk through that. I was like, man, that looks like I cut him off. No, he should be fine. So now these 2 dwarves, because he only fishes there, and he only has to bring it to there, literally this gets done super fast. So they just churn out the fish. There's no travel distance. They just do it all really fast. He's only grabbing the fish out there because that's where the guy happened to do them. And them being this close, especially when their skill is higher, brings them to such a speed that this is extremely overpowered and broken. They'll get in food faster than, say, turkeys can lay eggs. They'll bring in more food than the turkey egg system. They just will. The only downside is that these assholes at some point always end up fishing mussels and shells and clams, and this generates shells, which are good. Like, if you want to do double dip and you're actually trading for good gear, we're going to turn those shells into our very beginning industry. We're not going to bother with wood. We're just going to do shells because we're getting it for free. We're not doing extra steps. But the problem is they're about to start generating way too many shells. So we'll actually get bogged down by the amount of shells they get. So this has been done. I'm going to start moving beds in. Not the greatest of rooms and locations, but it is good enough. The starting dormitory can, if necessary, like let's say I build the entrance here, which I'm thinking of doing, so I might, but I might not. This whole area can be converted over to being your barracks and training rooms later on. So you have something outside. Just anything to get these dwarves is inside really fast. Fast as possible. Table, table. Table, table. Chair, 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 chair. I don't think we need more than that. Now, starting stockpiles. We need a food stockpile. Food goes there. Finished goods goes here. Furniture goes there. We should have some cloth to bring in and some leather. I think I only need a little row for weapons and probably not even a row for armor. There's always something I inevitably forget, so that's what that extra space is. Something will not be brought in because I didn't make a stockpile for it. Going back up here, though, that roof got finished, that got finished. Now, because that skink did climb over this, I'm actually just going to build extra floors over here. I'm going to make this have a curtain again, since that seemed to work so well before. And hopefully this will stop the skinks and or other creatures that might spawn on that side from climbing this and getting into the base. All right, we got one of the beds in. So dwarves get negative thoughts from sleeping not in a bed, and they also get negative thoughts from sleeping outside and or being caught outside. So first couple of beds, very important. I'm gonna move a table in down below and just make that be the meeting hall so they never stand around that freaking wagon. Being outside in the elements will piss off your starting dwarves so much. If you don't end up killing them, that's what's going to be able to do it later on. There's something I missed. Cloth and thread, I think I'm handled. I might have actually got it all done this time. It might have been leather that I usually forget. Cloth. Worst case scenario, I convert that thing on the right into more food. Can't go wrong with extra food stockpile. You just can't. All right, how's he going? He's still making the chairs. What are you doing? Are you fishing or are you stuck? Okay, you're fishing. I want to watch him. Oh, that thing changed. Does that mean he can go through it? I don't know. According to how the Dwarf Fortress works, he should be fine, but according to the graphics from the graphics pack, I'm slightly confused. Build table. All right, is anything still out here? Cloth and thread. Cloth was just too big. I shouldn't have done a leather one. All right, hold on. Let me expand the cloth one. Now can they bring the cloth in? Bags, barrels, buckets. The hell is that thing in the middle? Step ladder and wheelbarrow. Okay. Anything still here? Barrel and a bucket and some bags that might get brought in. Oh, my bad. All right, we don't have chairs for them yet, but we can make this a dining room already. Convert that to a dining room. Make that a meeting hall. And now we have successfully, quote unquote, moved our dwarves inside. This way, they are not all caught out in rain unless they're out there having to do work in the rain, in which case they're just already having to do something. When those last two things are taken away, I will dismantle the wagon, and we will already be entrenched to our new mountain home. Yep. Deconstruct that and get 3 almond. All right, moving on. DZ. Gonna take that out. That is an area that is 5 wide. So I'm going to EH. Channel that area down. Is that a tree? Okay, no, it's just a sapling. All right. Build construction wall. I knew my numbers were off earlier. I knew something looked wrong. I can fix that one thing. That's fine. I'll just trim this down one more. That was down to here, right? Yeah, it was. Boom. All right, we'll channel those down, and I'll fix up my little mistake. No problem. Build construction wall. Order some more trees cut. Actually, no. I want to cut the wood a little close. Pun not intended, but recognized. Build up that wall. I just don't want to waste... I don't want my dwarves wasting too much of their time wandering around collecting the wood when I could have them doing something else. So what I'm doing right now is I might end up with a new location for it, but I'm going to get that first farm going. Because I need the farms so I can do the booze. The fish, gathering plants, that handles your food. But if you don't have a regular source of plants coming in, you're going to quickly run out of that starting booze. We're saving right now, so nothing's happening. We're going to wait for that. I am running the latest lazy noob pack as of like yesterday. This is the version, or this is at least the version where I can attack other civilizations. That's what we were doing a little bit at the rear end of the last base, but I wasn't able to get anything going out of it. Now, that area over there is actually going to be shortcutted to over here. I put downstairs right in the middle. Put upstairs right there to connect to those. And then what we are going to do, this needs to be a 2x5. It needs to be a 2x5, but I'm also going to need some space for the stockpile. I think only needed to be 2x2, if I remember this correctly from last time. 2x2, and it's just an area from the walk around in. This is the null space for the hallway. There we go. Build construction wall. Floor. All right, and once those are built, then I'll go back and have them start cutting down and collecting wood again. So, like last time, the reason why I did that the way I did it was because this area, when I recover it now, will still count as if it's outside, or not the very least outside, but above ground. So I can get an above ground farm and a below ground farm, so I can double up on 2 different types of alcohol. Generally, I can get some type of berry growing, and I can do plump helmets below ground. And that is what I will use for my booze. Build P. Now it says no mud or soil, but it's lying to you. You're building on dirt, so you're fine. Oh, that's right. The left side was too far out. That one was on me. That one was on me. Only needed to be a 2x5. 2x6 will work. Doesn't need to always be the same numbers or anything. 2x5 is just a good minimum I go with. Build P. Not build P. PF. Forbid everything but those seeds. Get them ready to go. Same for this one. And then this one, this one does not allow barrels. This one will give to this one. And then this one will not take from anywhere. It'll only take from its link, but this one allows barrels. There we go. That should be the seed stockpile set up. And where's our food stockpile? Food stockpile now is not allowed to have seeds. Boom. All right. Dwarves should move around. We should start being able to get that farm going once our farmer has done it. And it looks like there's one down there doing it right now. Once he starts working on this, that one, all right. This was our inside one. This one is doing plump helmets 24/7. Now the one outside, I probably don't have seeds for yet. It's nearly done. I don't think I have seeds for any outside ones. So what I got to do for that one is DP. We're going to collect a whole bunch of plants. And we're going to see if we get any berries. That's generally what I look for, because berries are very easily able to be told that they go into wine. It's literally just the keyword I look for. Berries. Build chair. Let's get them some chairs so they stop standing on the table. There we go. What are these? Oh, those are plants that I'm getting. All right, good. Let us cut down some more trees now. So, quick recap. I don't know how long this game has been running. We have just basically hit summer, so within spring, we've got our dwarves inside. We've got an unlimited source of food. We've got an unlimited source of booze about to get kicked up and going. We have beds, we have tables, we have chairs. We're basically safe. We got everything good. All of our fooding areas are safe. What am I doing with this wood dirt right here? Couldn't I just wall that off? I probably could have. I could have put a ceiling there, now that I think about it. However, I don't know, it just looks neat. It's nice and flat. Maybe I'll put something right here. I don't know. We already have a working farm, though. Have we gotten any seeds? Now, as they collect the plants, we're going to go to kitchen and see what we've had turning in. Nothing yet. The guy collecting plants has not collected anything. Probably because he's doing other things. Might be the woodcutter, actually. Hold on. Who collects our plants right now? Our plant gatherer is... our woodcutter. It is. And he's sleeping. He's too tired to get us booze. It's alright. We have plump helmets for now. We'll be good on that. What I need to do is dig out a 3x3 there to put the still, and then a 3x3 there for barrels. And we'll just drag that all the way down for plants. I like this. I'll go with that. Now, easiest way, if you want to work at it, to get plants for the farm, is whatever plant that they grab up top, immediately order that is the only plant that can be used for making booze, and just have the guy brew it. That's all you really need to work at for that. Instead of having to wait for a dwarf to like get hungry and eat it, you can just force it to be made whenever you want. What was it? Furniture, I think it was finished goods for a barrel. We'll get to that one. And then it was going to be seeds down here. Not seeds, plants. Were you barrels? I have a feeling you were barrels. Are you not barrels? Was it furniture? Did I get this backwards? It was furniture. Turn on barrels. That's the only one allowed there. This is a food storage that only accepts plants. There we go. And this also means, by doing these this close, that whenever anyone takes a plant from the farm, because any dwarf can harvest a plant, that it will just be brought straight down here. They don't have to walk halfway across the fucking map. Now, this has not been made yet. Do we have somebody with the brewing skill? Usually we do. I believe we should. And we do. There's our woodcutter man. Frickin' Duckbill Phil chose the dwarf that had all the skills, so now we're all waiting on him to get things done. Thanks, Duckbill Phil, for being helpful. God. And this one, we are going to take plants out of. Hey, Pentagirl, welcome to the stream. Last base, we retired. It lived. But we lost a lot of dwarves, and the biggest siege yet. We had a hero, Elemental Gamer, is #1 hero. I do believe you died in that fight. You were not a military guy. You were the stone hauler. However, at the end, we'd had 2 or 3 waves of people die, so I had to recruit every hauler to be the last military dwarves. And I think for that group, you're the only one who died, unfortunately. 9 of the 10 dwarves that went out last lived. You were the one that ran in bravely being the tank, and you got bludgeoned to death. That's right, I gotta change up the orders. I always forget to do this kind. Forbid. We are not going to forbid used ammunition. We're gonna claim used ammunition. We're gonna forbid our death items. We're not going to forbid other death items. Goofy. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go into refuse. We gather refuse from outside, but we ignore vermin rains. We gather refuse from outside so we can get all the parts from when animals are hunted. Things like that. And or things that might end up on the roof when a butcher happens. That counts as outside unless there's a roof over it. So of course it counts as outside. What the hell am I saying? We don't want to save hair. Do we? I don't think so. Some of these things ended up being a problem. I'm gonna say we don't save other. We dump other. We don't like other. Other is stupid. Alright, let that go. Hauled with glory. He might have. Like I said, as far as I'm aware, the only reason why he probably died is that he's like the first one into the breach, so to speak. You have to see the video. This has actually been 2 separate streams. Between that base and this one, I stopped the stream. You don't have to worry about it getting mixed up with this one or anything. These are 2 different things. Means it should have saved us 2 different streams. I definitely stopped it and restarted it with a new name. Alright, so therein we're getting wood and plant gathering. We have idle dwarves. If we have idle dwarves, somebody can be doing my booze. Mason. Mason is doing my booze right now. Who is the Mason? I'm not going to be building with stone for a minute. Our Mason is that damn Icelander. He has gloriously recommended himself for brewing booze. Because after all, who would want booze apparently more than a damn Icelander? That's how that works. Brew drink from plant. Put that on repeat. Start getting him brewing. Question. What do I have, though? Potato plants. I think we get prickleberries. We can get prickleberry wine. I like that. Potato plants I don't really care about. Can't be brewed. Can't be brewed. Can't be brewed. Potato plants. I know that turns into an alcohol. For some reason, I'm not thinking of it. Do we want wine or... What the hell is potatoes? It's starch. That's not a beer. What is that? I'm gonna go with prickleberries, just because potatoes are confusing me. I don't know why I can't figure out what a potato turns into right now. However, this means we no longer need plant collecting. Wish to cancel the plant collecting. Hold on. Let me just undesignate all this and redesignate the trees. It's just gonna... There we go. Plenty of wood. Probably too much wood, truth be told. Whatever. There's not that many trees on this map. I'm not that worried. Ran out of drinks. Stocks. Or drinks. I want to make sure. Actually, I don't even know why I'm looking for the drinks. Did he make something from the berries? He did not. We grow them here. It was prickleberry, right? Yeah, see, prickleberries. So we have plants, but for some reason he said he couldn't find any. Either that or he was angry at the barrel. Saying he can't find the prickleberry. You sure? That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I guess he can't. What if I turn on potatoes? Is this how we're going to get access to potatoes? Is it going to be because they wouldn't be brewable? Nope, still not working. They grabbed this plant somewhere, just not bringing it in, I guess. I don't know where this potatoes and prickleberries are. But fish, you'll notice we're getting... Like, they've barely started. They're low level at this. And instead of going down, our fish is going up. They're collecting food much faster. Now, why did they bring the fish all the way down from the bring it back? They shouldn't be doing that. Should have been smart enough to just grab the fish there and bring it down. Somebody must have gone behind when nobody was looking and grabbed the fish and brought it all down to the food stockpile. Either that or he's just waiting down there like a lazy asshole. Okay, fine. Let me think. Really want to get this fucking booze system going before I go to mining and digging and stuff. But the game's not going to work with me. So, oh, by the way, we're living on a volcano. This is the level that has the volcano. This is the level that's open and free. This is where base legit begins. So, let us take all that down. Why didn't it do that? DH. Take all of this down. Down to Z level. Yeah, that should be fine. What I want to get going is I want the base to be here, but I want the entrance to be along this flat thing I've been doing. I want that to be the entrance. That way, I can have a safe path, and then whenever anyone shows up, I turn off the safe path, and everyone else has to go down, like, the danger path. And the best thing is, if they dodge, Like there's a wall and a ceiling here, and they dodge into the air and have to do the whole system over again. That's what I want to do. I want these guys endlessly running through my traps for days. I don't want to have to do any fiddly stuff with doors and redirecting them. I want them to dodge to force themselves to reset. Hey, thank you for the follow, Highlink. Your name's not Highlink, is it? That's 2 L's. Hillink? Hillink? Is it Hillinculus? Thanks for the follow, though. I do appreciate it. But, as I was saying, so whenever there's weapon traps and the like, there's a chance that they'll, like, dodge the weapons and stuff. So, because I can't get the, what are they called? The fortifications to work correctly, because the assholes... How did you cause a cave-in? You stupid. I thought we were friends. All right, who's gonna get injured already? Why is this green? Is that the smoke? Yeah, that's the explosion stripping the grass from the ground. Oh my god. Somebody down here. Who is this? Where's this miner? Why am I not seeing him? Like, I know he's in the green thing, but... Alright, X Mop X. Fell. I don't have a hospital for him either. Everyone else seems to have been at the edges of that, so they seem to be fine. Nope, he got disturbed. Okay. Now I've cleared that. What are his wounds? He has no wounds, he's just unconscious. It was a little scare. Nothing bad has happened. Not even being sarcastic. Nothing happened, he's just unconscious. Okay. You don't even need to be healed. You fell down like 4 feet. Baby. Alright, so what just happened? Let me think this through. Alright, what happened is, this area that I designated to be channeled is over nothing. So he had channeled this out first or something like that and cut one off. So it fell. That's what happened. Probably this one to that one or some goofy nonsense. So, build construction floor. What do you mean blocked? How is this blocked? This all... What is this? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? This is all open space. Oh no. How does this work? What is supporting it? Is this hill supporting a freaking massive tower of dirt? Or is it being supported from above? What is going on? I am confused. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. This one down below is still set to be channeled. I'm misunderstanding what I'm looking at. This is the actual floor. This is open space, and for some reason the graphics changed a little bit. I was not prepared for that. This is like a doled out version of what's below. So there is a pillar that has an overhang, and I probably took out a hill or a ramp that was supporting one, and that's what knocked it in. Lava is friendly. We will embrace the lava. And if any of our enemies decide to get froggy, we will let them embrace the lava even closer than we will. For as it says in the holy dwarven book of lava, keep your lava close, but make sure it's closer to your enemies. You heard it from here straight. From the holy dwarven book. Keep your lava close, but keep it closer to your enemy. Okay. So what I gotta do is I gotta build stairs up here to fix this situation. I get rid of all these ramps. Boom, gone. That means that you violated the 17th Dwarven commandment of lava, which is, thou shalt not absent-mindedly read thine book near lava, or else thou will find themselves closer to the lava than their enemy, and thus violate also the first commandment. I have no clue what I'm talking about anymore. All right, let's channel all this goody nonsense down. Do you have anything above you? No, okay. All right. Let's get this going. All right, I'm liking this. Trim out this ramp. And then what I'll do is right here can be the actual ramp up to this area. Actually, no. It only needs to be that one that's out a little bit. That one. That could be the actual ramp. I'll build a thing there. It'll be there, and I'll construct floors to cover these holes. I'll cover the whole thing over later to make sure no frickin' trees grow. All right. Stairs got built. Downstairs, up here. I need to think about how I'm doing this. What the hell am I doing? What I've done is accidentally made a very dangerous situation. So this has been hollowed out, but you'll see down here it still says dark and subterranean. I've made a massive cliff over my entrance, which is good in a way. It's just not in a way I was prepared to have this work. Like, it's not even. You know what I'm saying? Not entirely sure I like the way I did that. But I'm probably going to have to go even higher up to channel all that down again. But I got to do it from the edges. Son of a bitch. That means it's got to be done from up here. Why am I not getting my designate out? Come on. Why are you not channeling? Oh, those are down ramps. Son of a bitch. That's got to be channeled down 1Z level. And this is all got to be channeled down, and then channeled, and channeled, and channeled, and channeled. All right. Whatever. We're going to carve. Screw the mountainsides. We're building. Screw the mountain home. We're building Volcano home. And we're going to make a nice, flush, proper fort entrance in the side of this volcano. Fuck, where did I order that thing to be channeled? I forgot to watch him to see when he did it. It was here. I think he did it already. This way I don't have any more collapses. Now I gotta be careful though. The last level, I can't do it this way because he's likely to cut himself off and cause another cave in. On the last level, I have to go from outside in. Oh, we got some migrants. What did I do? What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 whole migrants, and I've barely done anything to generate the wealth. All right, let's see what our new migration wave has brought us this day. Do a reread, and let's bring up Dwarf Therapist for everyone to see. Boom! This is what we got today. New migration wave brought us a man who can press and cook. I like me a cook. Not going to mind somebody being a cook. I think I need to do that right now, though. But I'm fine with leaving him be a cook. I will say that he is cook. Fine with this. Next man says, hey, I can tan. I can tan, I can shear, and I can dye. Well, that sounds to me like you're going to be my first survivalist man. I'm going to have you do all three right now so we can... Wait, no, the other... who is this? Klausmeister. Are you still in the game? Or still watching? If you are, you want me to turn you off of butchery and leave you as fish cleaning, which is what you actually requested? Or did you request fish cleaning because that was the guy? Let me know. I'm going to ignore that for now, though. We can always have more than one survivalist anyways. Going on. This guy says he can geld the cats. I'll let him do that later. Other than that, he says he can shear, which means... Hauler. I don't have a job for him yet. This guy says he's a decent blacksmith. You know what? I will make you a blacksmith. However... what do I call this? A smith? What do I call this guy? Metal smithing. Yeah. However, I don't foresee him actually having a job because we didn't have shallow metals. This guy says he can train animals. Also something I have no use for right now. I'll make you a hauler. You wish to be butcher as well. Well, this is what I'm saying. Later on, you're going to be one or the other. These are two different jobs. These are two different regions of the base. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I can switch you off a butcher and just have you be the secondary fish cleaner guy. Or I could have you be the butcher guy, because you won't have tanning, because this guy will have it, because I want to split the jobs up. But I'll have someone else be fish cleaning. Like, you're not going to end up later on with both jobs. They're in two different areas. Basically, it's two different colored things. Like, the colors tend to tell you where they're going to be working. Pentagruel, I can get you in as hauler this day. Yes, I can. We're going to commit those guys. Switch them back to profession. Find one of our haulers. Make this one be Pentagruel. Pentagruel 1, even. I just never noticed you had a 1 in your name, or you were a different Pentagruel. I feel like I probably would have noticed that number. Krausmeister shall be butcher. Okay. What we'll do then is Krausmeister will switch to be survivalist as well. And the other hauler will be switched to be fish cleaner. Commit. Of the two survivalists, you will lose out on tanning because the other guy has tanning, but he will have leatherworking and butchery turned off. There we go. A dwarf for every job. Every job has a dwarf. Guy stone detailing, which means he'll probably be kicked off masonry unless somebody shows up with a skill. Stone detailing. But that being said, turning off dwarf therapist, minimizing that for you guys. I don't mean turning. I'm not closing. I'm just making it not be on the screen. Back to the dwarf fortress and resume. Okay. Where are we going? Did these guys get enough? That's just going to be Plump Helmet again, isn't it? Did they eat anything? Where is these potatoes or whatever? Socks, kitchen. Prickleberry. Whichever one shows up first. I don't care. Please. Please. Just work. Always one. Thanks, by the way. No problem. And again, for any other new viewers, even Highlink, whose name I do not recognize, you don't even have to follow me. I would appreciate it, though. If you wish to be dwarfed when it comes up, you can be dwarfed. Even after, it happens. We still have some positions available that just happened. Right now, we have 4 dwarves without a nickname. You can be dwarfed. You do not have to follow, though I would appreciate it. It's just back to profession. If you don't know what the jobs are in the game, you don't even have to request by position. Just pick a number between 1 and 4. God fucking monkey! That. More than anything else. Okay, getting the dwarves in helps you with their mood a lot. But you might think to yourself, why then did I bother to waste time getting the gear in? Because monkeys. Frickin' monkeys will steal your shit and run off with it. I hate monkeys. So what these monkeys are doing is if there's just a fish on the ground, like if they can access it, they'll kidnap fish, wood, anything that they think is important, and they run away with it. Like, here comes a monkey to steal another fish. It's no longer pet passable. Suck it, monkey. I hope he beats the crap out of that monkey. Did he get bit? I thought he could handle a monkey. He got messed up. Holy shit, that monkey messed him up. All right, let the monkey out. Monkey wins today. No longer pet passable. Are you okay, dude? That monkey looked like he messed you up a bit. Holy shit. I didn't think the monkey would fight that bad. Scratches him in the arm. Like, she hurt her back, don't get me wrong. Rhesus macaw scratched him in the lower body, bruising muscle and bruising the stomach. I think it's just scratches and stuff. It's just little wounds. Completely destroyed the wool cloak, though. Holy shit, just completely ruined that clothing. Okay, she should be fine. She just really scratched up. Actually, no, what is with her ear? What happened to her ear? Her ear was like the worst wounded. Scratches him in the ear, tearing the cartilage through that. Horse pulls the head of the upper body, bruising the muscle, bruising the left lung. Scratches. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of scratches. If we let it go on, the dwarf was probably going to win. But the sheer fact of the matter is it injured a dwarf and we don't have a hospital right now. So we're just going to let it go away. All right. Why is this still not giving me things? How is it we have potato plants and supposedly like 6 of them, but we can't cook any of them? Where are these potato plants? Tab to enable search. Potato. E? Potato? Where is plant? Shift Z. Z. Why can I not find? Because they're in a fucking stack of 2. Somebody get these plants and bring them in. This is annoying. Fuck it. Go back to collecting plants. Somehow you don't have a plant inside. I don't know what you did with it, but you need to bring it back in. Get me those plants. What are you? Why do you look like a weird little golem? Pentagram, my man. You look terrifying. Get out of here, monkey. Those dogs will fuck him up. Dumb monkey. The dog's blood's on the ground. How did the dog get messed? How does a dog lose to a monkey? Left paw tearing muscle. These macaws have Oh, look, they clean up. So they clean up now. I don't know why they wouldn't clean up before. Why does this man keep blinking? How do you already have cave adaptation? How? You just came here. You have not been inside near long enough to be able to develop cave adaptation. This is a pain. I'm going to create another pen pasture, put the dogs in. They don't need to be there, but I want the dogs outside ready to mess up some monkeys when the time comes. Get out of here. Freaking evil monkeys. But we made this one no longer be pet passable, so they shouldn't steal our fish anymore. However, we do run the risk of possibly locking a cat in there accidentally sometimes. But between locking a cat in there and getting interrupted by rhesus monkeys. Uh-oh, he's fighting a monkey. That monkey looks messed up. Did you get messed up? Nope. Somehow the cook knows how to fight a monkey, where no one else does. I hope we get a range dwarf in one of these freaking migrant waves. Just starts unloading bolts into these monkeys. But again, this situation right here, I go back to my earlier statement. This is why you protect your fishermen. Now they can fish in peace. I just forgot to make the door not pet passable. Go away, evil monkey. Also, good reason why I put that thing over. Potato plants. Looks like we're doing potatoes today. Potatoes is how we're going to do this. Kitchen, you only brew potato plants. Done. Got a seed finally working. Actually, as a matter of fact, hold on. Kitchen seeds. Oh, we can't brew those. All right. I'll go back to cooking out the seeds later of all the other plants I don't care about because I don't want to deal with them. All right. Back up top. EH, and I think this is the last one I can do before I have to do it carefully. So we have this level and then nothingness. This level, I have to be very careful with. Oh my God, go away, monkeys. Bane of my existence. I'm going to find some way to create a little monkey pit that leads to lava. I can just throw the monkeys into it. Right. This is when we have to start doing this carefully. This is that pillar, by the way, from earlier. I didn't want to... That was supposed to be a... Not a stairway. That was supposed to be a frickin' channel job. Oh my God. I wanted to get rid of it, not make stairs. Okay. That's awkward. Didn't think I would create a hole there with a... How does this work? Okay, so physics of the game. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up Dwarf Therapist so I can draw on the squares. Hold on, you goofy game-breaking nonsense. Dwarf Therapist, come up. Come up here real quick, Dwarf Therapist. All right, so. Hold on, let me sort this by something. Sort by nothing, there we go. Let's say you have a wall, right? This is what a wall looks like in game. A ramp is a ramp. I know what some of you are saying to yourself. Well, no, duh. This is how a ramp works. You can't have a ramp, or hold on. It'd be like this. You can't have a ramp, for instance, without the wall there. Like, what is this leaning against? It doesn't make sense. So that's the thing that can happen sometimes. Slightly weird goof. What is happening here, though, is we have a ramp with no wall and no floor. But that's not the worst of it. What we have here is only the down part of the ramp without the bottom part, We have half of a ramp floating in the air with no wall, no floor, and without the bottom ramp for it to even begin to try to make sense. I'm gonna go back and show you what I'm talking about, but that's what's happened right there in the middle. This is a downward ramp. This means you're at the top of the ramp and it's pointing down. There's no wall around it. There's nothing. If I go down, there's no wall for it to make sense. There's also not an up part of that ramp. There's like, this is an upward slope, downward slope, upward, downward. They connect, downward. Physics much. We don't need physics today. We're dwarves. How do I go remove? I've got to build a floor to go back out there and fix that. God damn it, physics. Wait, I can't even, how do I channel that? Because it's already, channeling creates a down ramp. That is a down ramp. I can't channel that. This has got to have gone crazy and is trying to count diagonally. The only thing I can think of. I have no clue how that ramp works. Mystical half ramp. You cannot... It's not even the physics of it. Try to describe this. Try to describe a part of a ramp that goes down without a ramp that could feasibly be going up at the same time. All that ramp can do is go down. That is an escalator of bullshit proportions. Please tell me if I get rid of the diagonal piece updates. Even though that's not how a ramp works. Even if it was, there's not a part for it to connect to. That's some quantum physics right there. How do you have something that can only go down? It's autumn. That's how, because autumn. Also, the game hates me. I just noticed, I never thought to look. If anyone remembers from the beginning of this, I made it so there was only one cavern layer so we could shrink the map down a little bit from say 150 Z levels to maybe 75. Well, I'm at level 149 right now. So at the very least, there's less cavern layers to deal with, but now it's just solid rock all the way through. So getting rid of that cavern, it's still there. Ow. By the way, this is a slight effect caused by meth. This has happened in some of my games where because the tile hasn't had a chance to update for the seasons, like somehow he's got seasonal effects and stuff happening. I go down and back up. See how it updates to the new sky? I don't know how we got that to work. It's not 100% yet, but I mean, it's pretty neat. Channel that one down. How does ramp? This doesn't work. Is this like a chain of ramps? Like, is this going to cause a cave-in? Is this... What? Well, why are you a different color than everyone else now? Because there's something below you. All right, I'll give you that one. But now you are definitely up, and there is not any reasonable accounting for that ramp over there. Hold on. I can channel this, right? Where is he going to channel that, though? I'm not even 100% how this is working. This is ground. That up ramp... There's... Pointed out, by the way, in the off chance somebody thinks that this is what's doing that ramp, this is a down ramp again, connecting to an up ramp, which is fine. That's fine for right now. But this is a down ramp. That down ramp cannot support a down ramp. That's like saying, hey, I saw the upper half of a ladder floating in the air. Like, it doesn't make sense. That's a good question. Hold on. What does this look like in Armok? That means I gotta save it though, because I don't know if it'll... No. Armok Vision doesn't cause it to crash. Let me load up Armok Vision real quick. What does that even possibly look like? Does Armok Vision have any clue how to render that? It probably... No, I'm not going to do that right now. Armok Vision takes a bit too long to start up, and it probably doesn't even know how to render it. Expendimec. Again, it doesn't even not have supporting walls. It doesn't have a supporting floor. Sometimes you'll see an up ramp by itself with nothing next to it. Like this one. Fine. Somehow that kind of works. This is a glitch I'm just used to dealing with, where this ramp mystically pillars up into the air to connect to up here. Fine and dandy. Mystic ramp I can accept. Floating half mystic ramp makes 0 sense. Again, that is a ramp that a dwarf could walk down, but could not possibly walk back up. And it's not just a graphical issue. If I hit K, it shows it as a downward slope. Okay, hold on. Is the miner sleeping? He's storing item in a barrel. Dude, I'm needing you to solve physics right now. Please stop storing item in barrel and get back to fixing physics. There's only so long this doesn't have a job. Okay, so he's saying he can't reach that. Fine, I can kind of see that. This, after all, is just open space. This is a floor. Never built that ladder. Okay, I will give you that one. That one's on me. You can't reach it, and I'm asking you to do something impossible. I mean, I assumed the impossible is capable of being done today. There's a ramp that just exists. Could you stand on that? Could you stand on that? In order for a down ramp to exist, there can't be... The floor has been removed. The more I think about the physics of this game, the more that thing's existence hurts my brain. Is there anything over here I'm not seeing? No, there's not. All right. We'll let him get to that. Oh, hold on. What was that, migrants? No, a caravan has arrived. And they left because I didn't have anything to trade. I'm fine with this. Go away. We're dealing with physics. Unless you got Albert Einstein or the frickin' astrophysics dude, I don't want to deal with you right now. Hold on. All right. Lesson time. Not just the annoying physics thing, but lesson time. I don't think I brought it up real quick. I don't think I brought it up. It's just back to nothing. So, everything in the game is done in 2 grids. I'm going to say 4 and 1. All right? Everywhere you can walk. The game doesn't actually do it as a 4x4. I'm just doing this for easy math. Whenever you dig, you get rid of this 4x4 area. This is how you remove an area to walk in, right? But that leaves a floor. All right? If I build a downstairs, you puncture this floor layer so that you can get down below. Like that's what happens. That's the difference between digging and channeling. Is there's this mystical Z space that's that's like only 1 high that doesn't really count for anything other than you can stand on it. That's how the game does things. You have the 4 area that you walk in and the 1 area that you stand on. If you do an upstair, you're building a stair in the 4 area so you can get up. But you can't actually get up until you build a downstair, which punctures the floor layer for you to be able to get down. That's how the downstair portion works. So that's how channeling, that's how digging, that's how the game calculates between your Z levels. Is there's this mystical Z level square that you have to puncture to do things. Going back to the ramp, we've punctured a Z level and saying that you can go down. But there's nothing around it. So my question to you, fellow Dwarf Fortress players, can you stand on that? Because your dwarves, when they go down a ramp, will stand on something temporarily. Like they'll go there and disappear because they're updating their position. Can a dwarf stand on something that has no standing location above it or where it is or below it, but technically has a virtual Z square to stand on? Can a dwarf stand on that? I ask you, internet, how does that work? All right, he wants to know what we want. What do we want? We want physics. Can you bring me physics, please? All right, so what do we want from these guys? I have a sneaking suspicion we don't have iron here, and I know we don't have fluxstone. That is the big things I want from these guys. Where is their stones? Do you have flux? I'm forgetting what they all are, but marble's definitely one. Marble's a fluxstone. Hematite, so they have iron. They have iron. They have hematite. Hold on. Do I care about the hematite when I can just ask them? I'll ask them for iron as well. They have hematite. They have marble. Another one was what I had last time, which was not saltstone. It was... I'm trying to remember all of them. I know chalk is one. Not sandstone. Not shale. Not gabbro. I think we all know gabbro sucks. They must not have the other one. Whatever I had in the last base, it's something stone. By the way, is this ilmenite or limonite? Oh, what did I do? Oh, did I look at my... Oh, you can hit enter and look at your own things. I did not know that. Dolomite, it's limestone. That's what I had in the last base. Dolomite, I don't see too often, so I never even bother to remember it. But limestone, that's the other common one that I run into. They don't have limestone, but they did have marble, which is definitely a fluxstone. Hematite, which is iron. Lignite is a fuel. We don't need fuel. We have lava. Why am I even bothering? Chalk is one. Now, did they have any other... We need magnetite, hematite, and limonite. Those are our three metals. Our three irons, I should say. Hematite. Tetrahedrite, I think, is silver. I think it's copper and sometimes silver. Don't correct me on that one. But I think it's tetrahedrite is the one that you can get silver out of. We're going to need that. And I don't see anything else for iron, which kind of sucks. There's also just straight silver nuggets. I don't know how much silver you get out of that, though. I'm used to getting it out of whatever it was I said a second ago that I've forgotten the word to again. Limestone. Not it. Mudstone, shale, dolomite. There's more flux. You brought that one up. Thank you for the dolomite one. I forget about that. Yeah, it's copper and a chance for silver. Marble. What is definitely silver? It would just be that silver nugget, right? Like, I'm just being crazy about this. It's a silver nugget. Silver nugget is silver. Duh. Okay. That's the stone. Extracts. Not extract. Powder. We want gypsum plaster. Because I like doing it that way. I just do. Always like alcohol. I have no problems with alcohol. Toy shields. I don't want any of the armor and other things yet. I don't want any of that. I'm not even worried about ammo. Yeah. I don't know why I saw silver nuggets, said it was silver, passed it, and then said, hey, what's silver? I don't know. I'm just not thinking. Let us trade for some iron, steel, and pig iron. Good thing I picked a civilization that had a mountain presence. Wood. I don't need wood. I don't need crafts. Cloth. I could deal with some of both of these cloths. Just because our guys are likely to go crazy at some point and demand silk. We all know it's going to happen. Anyone who says it's not is lying to themselves. We want some thread as well. Thread's always a good thing to have. Bags I don't care about. Cages I don't care about. Ropes I don't care about. I don't care about any of that. Lye I can make myself from ash, so I don't care about that. Buckets, splints, crutches. Don't care about any of these. I don't think I care about any of the rest of this. Oh, it's more thread and cloth, though. We'll go with those. I don't care about the eggs. Alright, I think I'm done asking them for things. Oh, wait. I lied. I want from you short swords, warhammers, breastplates, and helms, and gauntlets, high boots, greaves, and shields. I'm not even likely to have enough stuff to trade this for them, but I want them to bring it. Get done. That's what I want from you. I don't care what you're charging for it. What do you want from me? They want me to make weapons that I asked them for, shields that I asked them for, backpacks, footwear that I asked them for, windows, crowns, ammunition, musical instruments, tools, prepared meals. Oh my god, if there is a time to trade those garbage meals, now is the time. Cook. We have a cook. He's going to be our main man for doing this. I need the dwarf to fix the physics though before I forget what's happening. Did somebody grab this wood, by the way? The stockpile's not full, is it? No, it's not. Somebody grab this wood. Why is nobody grabbing this wood? Is it forbidden? I'm confused. I'm worried that if I don't grab that wood, when he channels, that wood will get dumped on the ground and somehow cause a cave-in. Here's what I'll do to fix this. I'll create a little dump real quick. And then say, hey, bring this down, please. And I know they're distracted. They're looking at the mystical... This is an open space. This isn't. How do I fix this? How did you even... That's a floor. Right? They got the wood already. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Build construction floor. Because I'm going to get rid of this physics-defying nonsense. This is going to go out to... No, it's going to go out up to and over to do the high wood logs. And then cancel the one in the middle. By the way, that's how you do a weird shape. Do a big square and then cut out the part of the shape you don't want. Actually, hold on. Can I build a floor upstairs on something I've already built a floor on? I can't remember right now. Yo, it really is though. It hurts my brain that I can't even think about what that would look like. Like I said, it's supposedly a hill. The game just shows it as two different halves. It's supposedly a hill that you can only fall down. It's not even steep, it's just mystically resilient to somebody going up. How does that make sense? That is not the item. The downhill points to where the terrain is, which is the uphill below it. That is pointing to a hill that cannot exist. It is an impossibility, and I do not like it. It is hurting my brain. Build construction upstairs. I'm going to overwrite the damn... And now it's gone. Okay. Screw it. Whatever. Physics be damned. It went away. Okay. Coolio. Not going to question that. Not going to question that. It just went away on its own. Nobody needs to wonder what just happened. Donald Duck is running by. Wibbly, 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 woo. Is that the side they come from? Or does it come from... I think it comes from this side. Yeah, that had to have been it, Expendamech. That had to have been it. Alright. I'm going to channel this dirt out. Get rid of it. Now, whenever you get rid of a building, though, they usually pull any items off of it. That shouldn't cause that dirt to fall. Right? That's how this works? Am I crazy? I'm not gonna lie, it updating to say migrants have arrived scared me. I thought it was saying cave-in. I'll get to you guys in a second. Trying to make sure I can safely remove wood. Yeah, and then he just pulls them all into his current square. Good, that's how this works. I'm fine with this. No, I don't want to dump that log. I want to remove the whole thing to begin with. That's not a construction, is it? That's something that actually needs to be channeled. Which means I do want to dump these logs. Okay. Back up top. Really spending a bit more time on this entrance than I kind of wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. Is this a floor? What is going on here? Oh, because this is sticking out one. This is the one that's being... How did you not ever get channeled out? Okay. At least that one made sense. It was telling me there was ground there, and there was ground there. That one wasn't being crazy. Either way, I don't want to cause any damage to the doors below. The dwarf caused a cave-in earlier by being goofy. I'm just going to be super careful right now. There we go. Finally get rid of that nonsense. Should move these ramps. And if the game is being very nice, when I get rid of these ramps, it'll get rid of all the down ramps up. Like I said, this one right here, this is a bit of a bug. I'm fine with that one. I am fine with the freestanding ramp. At least that has two halves. Not some weird quantum physics equation of nonsense. All right, so now let me, as I fix that down below, all of this needs to get channeled down. This is supposed to be the grand entranceway. And this needs to get channeled away. That all needs to be removed. What is this? Oh, it's just the sand. Okay. Remove this one. Remove these ones. Then channel this down one last layer. Bring this all even. And this will be the entrance. So again, the plan is when this is done, this is wide. This area might over here might have a trade depot or something. But this is wide enough for the wagons to come in and I can still do things. I can have a 3 wide thing for the wagons, a wall, and then the 5th one out is where I'll have the traps. Over here, I don't intend there to be wagons. There's going to be a wall straight down the middle, and the right path will be clear. This will be the normal dwarven path. But what I'll do is the outer path I'll have lined with traps. What this will do is some creatures like very lithe goblins and stuff like that are very nimble. What I'm hoping to do is whenever they hit the trap and they try to dodge out of the way, they'll just fall off the side of the cliff and have to do the whole thing over again. Now, I do know that they can climb walls and stuff. So I'm actually going to think of something to fix that issue. I'll figure out something. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll come up with something. Might make that hole be extra deep and then have the hole they dodge into be 3 wide. But there is the plant where the farm is issue. Again, I'll come up with something. That farm down here, anyways, this is all temporary. This can be moved. I'm not that worried about this area down here. Just, I kind of screwed up with this wall. But I'll come up with something. That dodging system will work fine. I will make it work if it doesn't. The merchants left. I didn't know they were here. They said they bypassed me because I didn't have a trade depot. So you can't say that you're not coming and then freaking passive-aggressively afterwards say, well, I guess we're gonna leave now. Yes. You already said you were gonna leave. Can't make me feel guilty about that after the fact. Alright, there it is. I was like, where is this thing I was having issues with? Actually, I'm doing this too slow. I should order all the dangerous edges at the same time. There we go. That will be able to get the... Instead of ordering 2 at a time, I don't know why I wasn't just bringing the whole thing down. I gotta be careful with that one. If he channels that one and that one, this one might cause a cave-in. Wait, no, it can't. Does it have dirt below it? No. Yeah, I definitely gotta be careful with these ones. Come on, come on, come on. All right. But that being said, though, we are approaching 11:51. So I'm going to finish channeling this out, and we are coming towards the end of our current stream. For any of my new viewers who haven't seen me before until today, I stream Dwarf Fortress every Saturday from, what, 3:30 Eastern American Time, Eastern Standard, to about midnight. On Fridays, I have streams, but they're other games. If you'd like to see a game on Friday and it's not something that just got released and is stupid expensive, I might be doing it. I use Fridays as like a little exploration thing to try other games. But my main Dwarf Fortress things are on Friday, or on Saturday, I should say, at the times I listed. If you were interested in what you saw, please hit the follow button. If you happen to be a Prime subscriber and would like to figure out who you'd want to support with your free Prime subscription, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. That being said, though, full disclosure up front, I don't have any reward system in place for doing so. So if you have some other viewer and you're like, man, they give me something for it, I don't mind. Go give them your subscriptions. But I would appreciate it. And even without that, if you'd like to give me a follow, that greatly helps. The more followers I have, the higher I show up in the different search engines and window screens, so on and so forth. I do create an archive of the channel on YouTube. If you just click on my channel's image down below your current stream, you can click on that to see any of my videos. That has been updated to not include Friday. It's not updated to this weekend yet, but you can see the current backlog. Tomorrow I will have these videos from today and yesterday updated into it. If anyone has any questions before I sign off, the last thing I do, by the way, is after I get this channel out, I do run Armok Vision, so we can get a view of what the base looks like so far. So I do still have some time. I'm not exiting currently, like right this very second. But if anyone would like to get any questions in while I finish channeling this out and or loading up Armok Vision, go ahead and ask. Doesn't even need to be related to this game at this time. I like answering questions. I kind of like the sound of my own voice. And I think, oh, that's right. I nearly forgot. Before we can exit, we just got a migration wave. We have to see what their skills are. So also, we had the 3 positions before, and we also have a slew of new dwarves. If you want to be dwarfed, just ask. I'll put you in. In the end, you're helping me, because it's easier to pronounce and follow dwarves who have recognizable names other than Ernst McBeard-faced Dwarfy McDwarfman. Nobody remembers those names. Nobody can ever pay attention to who did what. How this last one is going to get channeled, I don't know. I'm going to have to build a frickin' stair below it. I'll just do some floors out there. Now the stairs are easy. Why can't I do it here? Oh, that's that big of a gap? No, floor is easier. Floor is easier. All right, we'll do that. Yes, Expendamech, you have pointed out my problem. He was accessing that tile from above. He would probably be dumb enough to channel it while standing on it, but doing so would make him fall to the ground. And yes, Expendamech, I will in fact build a temporary bridge from the same Z level to sort the problem out. There we go. Now we can get that safely, and we'll just remove the bridge square by square. Stream delay, every viewer's biggest foe. So again, what I'll do is I will get this channel out, fix this part of the entrance, then we'll bring up Dwarf Therapist so we can see the new dwarves, assign them their jobs. If anybody wishes to be dwarfed, you are free to do so. And then after that, I will save the game, which will boot us out of the current save file, and then reload it just to make sure we're like safe from it crashing whenever I do Armok Vision. And then I will load up Armok Vision, and we will see what the base looks like rendered in this three-dimensional viewer. So I know looking at this right now, it's kind of confusing, especially to new viewers to it, like what the hell is even going on. So I like to, at the end of my Saturday streams, load up Armok Vision so you can see what this actually means to a real eyeball view. Not some weird ramp that doesn't exist nonsense. I might be salty about that. I might still be salty about the nonsensical ramp. All right, so that's handled. Now, pause the game, bring up Dwarf Therapist, and let's see what our new dwarves were. Our new dwarves were, not profession, I don't care about that yet. Migration Wave. We got 6 whole dwarves. I'm not doing anything to get the money yet. I told you guys, you can try to avoid that system, it always screws you. This guy is so good at making lye. Holy hell. That's an 11. He's very close to being legendary in that. We're not making the soap yet, but I'm just going to make that guy be our soap guy. That was the wrong soap guy. That was Soap E, the guy that actually makes a soap. It's not the lye maker, dude. Soaper was the lye maker? Soaper is the lye maker as well. Okay, that guy's Soaper. This guy says he can mill plants. That's cool. You are a hauler for now. I'll find a job for you later. This man says he wishes to clean the fish. But that man, he already cleans the fish. But from now on, all fisher dwarves are just automatically haulers. Trust me, those 2 dwarves, 1 dwarf fishing and 1 dwarf cleaning, is all we need. This guy says he can brew. He wishes to be the brewmaster and beer maker. So we will free that damn Icelander from doing that so he can be the mason stone detailer, mechanics, and architect. He can do everything else. This man shall be our brewer. Unless that damn Icelander had actually requested that guy to be a brewer. What was he called? What was this thing called before? I don't want to screw up that damn Icelanders. We'll get back to that one in a minute. This guy, though, he will be the brewmaster. There we go, freed him up. This guy says he does fishing. We'll make him be a hauler. And the guy on the bottom, oh, he's really good at cheese making, but I really don't care about cheese. Really don't right now. You too shall be a hauler. Admit that. Sort by profession again. That damn Icelander. He was in as the mason, so he probably did not request the guy who brewed the booze. That's fine. This means we have, again, some available dwarves. Where's nickname? There we go. We have 10 available dwarves. 1, who is going to be making our soap later on. 2, whose only job right now is carrying stuff around. Our guy who brews alcohol. Our cook, means I should turn cook off of Duckbill Phil. Because this man's going to be our cook. This guy, who maybe later will be making cheese, but right now just carries stuff for us. Our dwarf who tans the hides, our fish cleaner, or our dwarf who smelts metal. Those are our available positions. If anybody wants any of those positions, ask right now and I will put you in which case I'm going to wait what I believe is the length of a stream delay plus a few seconds before I close this out. I think stream delay is like, what, 5 seconds? I'm thinking by this point in the conversation I've passed that. So, I'm going to minimize this, and that can just wait till next stream. Ah, see? That's stream delay. Don't worry, I didn't close it. I got you. Metalsmith for Expendamec. Expenda. Why does it look like mine isn't as long as yours? I don't know. Expendamec as the Metalsmith. Now to point out Expendamec, I'll have to remember this. As we get other smiths, you might lose the skills all the way down to blacksmithing. If somebody comes in, because that is your high skill, and somebody comes in with a better blacksmithing skill, I will try to switch you over to blacksmithing. But that's the only skill that I'm going to remember that you probably were able to do. Unless at that point you're a better blacksmith, like weaponsmith or something, in which case I'll just keep you as weaponsmith. But right now, that is what I will keep you as. Alright, nobody else in that time put forth any suggestions. So, Indoor Fortress. Confirm that the Metalsmith are... Metalsmith is in fact Expendamec. Oh, that Dwarf Therapist again. The Metalsmith is in fact Expendamec now. It has all been updated. We have a lot of idle dwarves. Like I said, I'm going to save the game and close it, but I'm going to reopen it immediately, so just hang on the line so we can see this in Armok Vision. That way everything's good. Yes, it is time for Armok Vision. That's greatest of all visions. By the way, for any of the new viewers who are familiar with Dwarf Fortress, especially the Lazy New Pack, I am aware that there is a built-in vision mode that sometimes, or mostly, runs faster. However, for some reason with OBS, every time I try to run it, it crashed on me. Like, repeatedly crashed on me. So, I just don't do that one. For stability's sake, I do this through Armok Vision. Alright. As usual, it's going to take some time for Armok Vision to get started up. So if we can just all... Oh, hold on. Showing it to you before it's even started. Pointless. We'll just give it a few to get started. One cannot... Yes. One cannot rush Armok's mighty vision. Come on. You out of my way yet. Follow the DF green. Desert new, domestic. Now we're getting into where we're almost there. It's only finalizing things. Actually, I think I want that one back. Not actually there yet. Come on. At least this we're not staring at a blank screen so you think it's not doing anything. Come on, there's nothing really to load. I haven't done anything. Holy shit, that's a lot of creature sprites. Alright. Oh, almost. Almost. I move yet? Alright, so... I was about to say, it loaded me in on the wrong side. Whoa, whoa, catch up with me, Armok Vision. There we go. This is our mighty volcano. I shall go up a few Z levels. By a few, I mean jump to the freaking sky. There we go. I don't know why it's being goofy right now. There we go, it's starting to load them in. So this, of course, is even higher. This goes up above us. So, oddly enough, the volcano is not at the peak of the mountain. I'm not a geologist, but isn't that impossible? Isn't the volcanoes and tectonic plates what creates the volcano? Whatever. But anyways. Oh, why did you jump so far in that last click? Wanted to get where the hole was. There we go. This is where you start being able to get into the volcano. So 1 Z level above where the volcano is where I'm going to start building our core smithing areas. Right here. And then the Z levels above it, because we're already building on this anyways, we'll have the living areas and stuff like that. But until that point, this is what I've been carving into the wall here. This is what the farmland looks like from the outside. And I've got to build a floor. I've got to make all this be like straight so it's 5 wide. I'm going to have the ramp up here. They'll approach this way. I'm going to have to fix all of these goofy ramp problems, including... There's also another reason why I run Armrock Vision. It tells me when I have things being stupid. They didn't get rid of all those. So I have to go back and channel those out. Good to know. Glass window. That would be pretty awesome. There should be sand on this map. If we have sand, because I did not do a glass industry last time, if we have sand on this map, I will try to do a glass industry. But at the very least, that bottom floor is glass. I can do this for you guys. The problem is, I mean, I could get it to work slowly, but if I import it, this is a lot of glass that I have to import. I'm not going to be able to import all that glass. Also, give me a sec. Hold on. Why is this not centered? Let me fix that for you. I just noticed that it wasn't... There we go. That looks a bit right now. Oh, okay. But you have to admit, a freaking floor over the volcano would be epic, yeah. I kind of want to do that. If we can get sand, I want to make that be a glass floor. But this is where our current entrance is. I'll go down a few Z levels in a second so we can look in there. But the idea is that they have to come up this way. I'll have this be completely enclosed. They'll have to come this way, out here. And then this is where we'll have the traps. And if they're coming down this, and they either get hit by a trap or they dodge. And the only chance to dodge is into another trap or off the side. That's what I plan on doing. This wall will have to be fixed as well. This will be brought up and/or covered, that nobody can just hop in, because that'd be fucking pointless. But this is where we'll have the entrance to our base. The first couple of rooms will be right in here, and then we'll have the actual smithing areas over there. But until that time... Also, I just noticed, is that because of the sun, or is it purposely doing an eyeball vision? Is it purposely making this look like an eyeball looking at stuff? If it is, that's funny. That's pretty funny if it's doing that on purpose. Anyways, though, our current base that we had built, rather simple. Bedroom, or should say dormitory, meeting hall, chow hall. Stockpiles, they don't all load in for some reason. I don't know why. And then the stairwells down are just in the middle of the hallway. Whoop. Come on. I did not go that far down. Holy hell. There we go. Just some quick stairs down to a rather massive area to store the plants and the barrels so that the still can just brew them all. And right next to it are the 2 farms. And if I go up one, you can see a slightly protected area. I'm not sure what to do with this lip. It is absolutely required for now that I keep this lip of dirt there. Otherwise, this won't count as underground. But this gets to count as above ground because there's no dirt above it, even though it is inside the ceiling. And that is what we have so far. Not as much to look at or as near interesting as we had near the end of the Hanging Gardens, but we will be getting there. We will be getting there, and it will be pretty awesome. Hold on. Let me turn that off. Let me disable the... Which one is it that you're seeing? Let me disable that one. And then, last but not least, I'd like to go back real quick In case I missed anybody, I don't think I did, but in the off chance I did, I'd like to thank my latest followers, Hellline, Orchimedes, and Duckbill Phil. Thank you everyone for following, and if anybody else liked what they saw, please give me a follow. If you really enjoyed what you saw, please give me a subscription. I would appreciate it. That being said though, no further questions. Everyone have a good evening and have a great weekend. And for any of you who are on the eastern coast of the United States who got hit by that hurricane, stay safe. Have a good night.